Okay, so today, as is tradition, I always play Skyrim on Christmas, and actually only on Christmas ever since coming back for this new channel in 2019. Or no, I stopped in 2019. I came back in 2021, so every Christmas since then I played Skyrim, and I haven't played it, I don't think, any other time. I might have played it briefly just to... I was saying I might have played it like on the Switch just briefly, but I didn't really play it. I was just doing that as like a Switch. Whenever I stream on the Switch, like I go through every single game I have on there just because I can't decide what to play, and it's just like a expose. But yeah, this is all. I don't know if this is like where they were trying to almost sell people's mods or what they were trying to do, but this was actually supposed to be Skyrim Adventures has released. I don't really get that. Elder Scrolls Castles. I thought it was Elder Scrolls Blades was the last thing I was aware of, but yeah, like how long is it going to be before we finally get Elder Scrolls 6? But no, it's a tradition that I've played Skyrim on Christmas every year since 2021, but I've also only played it then, where I say like it's a rule, like because it's so addictive and I would play it so much otherwise that I almost have to restrict myself, which is kind of true, kind of like with WoW. But no, I've never really messed around with mods and stuff too much. So what I'm going to do today, though, is a little bit different. The last couple years, and typically what I would do is I would go and I would... play on my current character, like the character who I don't want it to like override some save, but I feel like it doesn't do that. But what if it did? Then I'd be screwed. In fact, I don't even know what is this character's name. Just A. What an amazing name. But no, 397 hours, which is actually probably well over 1,000, but I don't always save it. And I do like, what I do is like these permadeath sessions. In other words, I'll be like, it's not permadeath. Okay, let me get in here because this menu music's a little bit too much. But no, I'm not actually going to play this guy this time, as I typically do, because I'll spend like an hour typically of the session looking through my drawers and my, dresser and stuff in here just to decide what I want to use. So like, oh, this time I felt like being an archer, and so I decided to, we go through here and we have sets of gear and we get all the best archery gear and then we go out. And you might think, oh, you don't really have to do that, but because it's on legendary difficulty, everything's so health patty and almost one-shots you at times and stuff like that, you kind of do need to, so that shows both the game's depth, that over a course of time, you're building up these sets of gear and it actually becomes very relevant, kind of like what you do in an MMO or something. But in a single-player sense, it is quite satisfying that you kind of need to do that, right? If I didn't have all this archery gear, I'd be screwed, or I wouldn't be doing enough damage, and, again, everything gets sort of health patty, which is both a good and a bad thing. But yeah, I would go and I would decide what set of gear I want to use today, and then I would do like a college book quest, which is like one of those radiant things that I love so much, where you can do it over and over infinitely, and I've done it hundreds of times, where you go get a book for the Uro Gro Shub guy, whatever, the orc, I forget how you say his name, and I would do it in such a way that I wouldn't even allow myself to fast travel, so I have to run through the world and go there manually, and then I'll do the book quest and then come back and all that. And it's permadeath in the sense that a permadeath session means that it doesn't mean that if I die I have to delete the character, and it doesn't mean that if I die I stop playing even for that session. It just would mean that I would go and I would not be able to save it. So like, let's say I've played for 5 hours, and if I die 4 hours in, then that 4 hours progress is gone and I never got to save it, and I only get to save the last hour if I don't die. Right, so that's kind of what I do in Red Dead 2 with like the bounty system, or so in this sense I'm going to do something different. I'm going to make a new character, and I'm going to do a raw permadeath legendary run, which I don't think I've ever attempted. I mean, I played on legendary a lot, I've probably made other characters even, but I don't think I did it in a strict sense. Like, if I die, that character is gone and that's it. And in fact, if I die, I'll probably just go back on this character and play them, but hopefully that won't happen, so I'll just stick to that. So even though I only play this once a year, you would think, oh, maybe I'm getting bored of playing this character, but it's not that. It's just like, I felt like trying something different. But yeah, we'll make a new character. We'll try that. I don't know what playstyle or anything I'm going to go for, but I should almost make a rule set where I'm only allowed to play one certain way, like one playstyle warrior or mage or something. I invent my own character classes sometimes in these kind of games, even if the game doesn't enforce it. Like Dark Souls, I love doing that, where like I'm only allowed to get intelligence and attunement, so like I'm a mage and I have to commit to that with all the plus and minuses of it. And there was a pretty noteworthy plus to it, actually. I'm doing a first playthrough of Dark Souls and I'm getting only intelligence, right? And it's like, oh, but that's like restricting myself, and that's like making myself a character class, right? When you don't have to do that. But then I was able to use Soul Spear as soon as I got it from Big Cat Logan and Sans Fortress, whereas normally people wouldn't be able to do that. So I was doing that on stream, and people were actually even making fun of it, like, oh, look, he's cheesing, he's already using Soul Spear, and now I was beating ONS. I beat ONS on the first try, right? Because I was using that, and it wasn't that hard given the range character aspect. But so even though I'm making it harder for myself, arguably by picking only one stat, it ended up benefiting me. So, oh, now I'm cheesing or something. I love that. But yeah, we would look through our gear, get all prepared here and strapped, and then we would go out and get a book, and that could encompass even the whole session, because that could take forever. But no, I love those sort of Radiant quests, or like the Vigilante missions in GTA 4, where it's like a repeatable core gameplay element where you can do it over and over as much as you want. It'll take you to a random place in the world. It'll give you a relevant combat challenge, like the core gameplay experience. You know, in the case of GTA, it'll give you like a gang activity. You have a big gunfight, then you move on. You have to drive there, you know, have a shootout, whatever you got to do. Like whatever the core gameplay would be on a mission, just without the story. And you can do it as much as you want, and they're challenging and they're fun. And you go back to back and see how many you could do in a row. That was a format I would do too. Like see how many you can do in a row without healing, or in a certain amount of time, or whatever it is. If you die, you fail, so you see what best streak you can go on. I guess I could do that with the book quest too, but I try not to even fast travel during it. But yeah, it's the same idea that like you go, you get the quest, it sends you to a location you haven't been to in a while, some random place in the world, and then you get like a relevant combat experience, do like a mini dungeon, enemies scale to you and everything. So it gives you the core relevant gameplay experience that you have, that you can do infinitely, that you can do forever, and at various good variety of locations, enemies, items, everything. So it gives you a very, very replayable aspect. And this is one of the best quests in the game for that, actually, is the college book quest. And there's one other one that I forgot, actually, that I would do, but this is one that I love because it just never runs out. I don't know if it's even a bug that, like, it seems like maybe there should be a limit, but I like that there isn't. Yeah, that's the strength of the Radiant quest system. But no, typically I do it in the permadeath session sense that I was talking about, like where I let me just make another save of this just in case I override it somehow by making a new character. But basically you're in a position where, yeah, like if I die I can't save it, but it's not like I'm going to delete the character, whereas with this one I'm going to do that. And I'm not really going to skip anything, or like I said, I'm not using add-ons. Or let's look at some of my stats, actually. Mauls 330. What does that mean even, mauls? Like getting mauled by a bear, werewolf transformation, days as werewolf. I could do a hard mode with that or something. It shouldn't be that hard at the beginning, but we are going to obviously commit to legendary difficulty. But no, there's a lot of stuff in the DLCs I haven't done. I haven't even beaten the story, the campaign ever. So even when I say I'm doing a run of it, it doesn't mean that I am gonna beat the game. On the contrary, I'll just wander around for hundreds of hours. And I love that certain games have did that to someone like me, who was such a stark completionist when I was younger. Like I would always try to 100% games and be very meticulous about it. But then when I started playing MMOs like Tibia or even WoW, that sort of broke the completionist streak in me. And I'm like, well, you just got to kind of enjoy it and just soak it in instead of being a completionist all the time. And so I kind of like that. Like the games that are so overwhelming that they, I guess I have to make sure it's on legendary difficulty even now. But yeah, I've never messed around with add-ons too much with this, because again, there's still so much I haven't done, so I guess it won't let me choose here. So invalid run already. I thought you could use the thing here. But yeah, this will be a short session. So earlier I did something kind of worth noting, is that since it's Christmas, I had got myself a the square off. It's like a rollable chessboard, whatever. And I thought it moved on its own because it has magnetic pieces and stuff, but it actually doesn't. I got the wrong one. So I'll still keep it, but it's where like I can move my piece and it moves it online. Look at that deer. Nobody ever sees that, I bet. Can you not pause it here? Oh, you can here. So yeah, I got kind of the wrong one, so I guess I'll just deal with it. But maybe next Christmas I'll get the other one. But there's like a different one that they make, or a couple different ones that I saw videos of that do move on their own with the magnetic quality. And so I guess I assumed that that would be something that I could do, that this one would do. Okay, so the main thing we want to do is make sure we got legendary difficulty, which it is on. There's really nothing else I care about. Controller. Imagine playing with a controller. We got to make sure saving is off because there is no saving except for at the end of a session, right? Where if we play for an hour, I'll save it. This isn't going to be a very noteworthy episode. I'm just gonna, whatever. That kind of ruined my day. The fact that I had that happen, so it's okay. Yeah, we'll just wander around a little bit. If I die, the character's gone, and I should probably play it a little safe. I should play as like a sneak character, quite frankly. Legendary, and then can we get like some subtitles or something? Why did I have those off? Are these like the same settings that I would have had on my other character? Because I don't feel like they'd be off. Or it's off now anyway.
And that thief over there. Damn you stormcloaks. Skyrim was fine until you came along.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna skip this or anything. But no, I'm trying to think, what's the style of play should I do? I should almost just be sneaking all the time everywhere, even in the overworld, and just play like a complete coward, because you can get like one shot pretty easily in legendary difficulty, and even on my main character that happens, because I don't have that much health. I'm mostly a mage who's just stacked magicka, and even hey, Insight, thanks. Yeah, I can't remember if I've ever tried this. Well, since I've never beaten the game, I guess it would be sort of a moot point, because even if I did it, I would never get anywhere. I would just kind of wander around still. But yeah, our win condition is we have to buy ourselves a house or something and just live happily ever after. Buy a house and get married, and that's the white picket fence goal for any Skyrimian Nord, which I might not even be a Nord. I don't know why I even picked an Argonian originally, just because they could swim underwater, and I thought that would be handy. There wasn't any special meaning to it.
Good. Let's get this over with.
What content are you trying to do, DLC? No, I didn't have any plan, really. I was just trying to play like a normal playthrough of what I do. I just wander around but just see how long I can survive, and maybe eventually make some progress. That's kind of like how I play normally. I just kind of do random stuff. I don't really try to beat the game or anything.
I bet they had something to do with this.
Great racial abilities too. Yeah, I forget what that is. His skin or whatever. It's like a heal, but I forget what it does. Or it just like auto heals you over time. I should know this considering I played as one for over 1,000 hours. I think it just auto regens your health, or maybe it's a spell. Maybe I just never use it because I feel like it would be too overpowered. Yeah, what would be a race that would like have a YOLO type of mentality? Somebody who's like very, I don't know, like risk oriented. 10 times your regen, really. Yeah, that plus like the Atronax stone. I love that, where like it absorbs. When people cast spells at you, it absorbs their magicka back. And so I would like never run out of mana because of that. Or like I had a bow that would drain the enemy's mana too. So I would spam spells, and then as soon as I would run out, I would just keep hitting them with the bow, and it would regen my mana. Like I never have to go in and use melee at all. There's so many cool things that came about over the course of the playthrough, like, you know, just sort of dynamically that I didn't think of at first, but then you kind of keep experimenting. That's such a cool idea, like as a mage, because I always like playing mages in games, and so I would just spam spells, and then I run out of mana. I'm like, oh shit, I'm screwed. Now what do I do? But in that case, I can just, you know, get a bow that gives you mana back, so you can still at least play at a range. So I don't know what my playstyle is going to be. I almost want to play a melee character, but it's probably the worst thing to do. You're not gonna kill me, famous last words. I can't believe my character's name is just A, though. I don't know why I did that. Just to keep it as generic as possible. A for Argonian. Yeah, let's go ahead. Who would be somebody who has like a high stakes kind of vibe to them? Where it feels like they would really take pride in risking their... Like an orc probably would be. Yeah, let's be like a melee using orc, I guess. I forget, does it let you randomize like your appearance? I don't really care too much about it. In fact, we'll probably play mostly still first person. Let's see what a female orc looks like though. Yeah, if you go by modern progressive standards, there should be a million options on here. Ha ha. Ha. I always make fun of that, especially when games do it by body shape. They don't say, oh yeah, the presets. I completely forget so many things about this game. Or yeah, I like that second one. That shows you he's been through some shit. Yeah, let's just go with that. I'm not really too worried about it. Although, okay, weight is pretty high. Yeah, clearly we're gonna play this character forever and never actually die. Finish and name your character. Who is somebody? What was the one I used in WoW? Rygor or something. Just a name that somehow suits an orc to me.
How did you end up here? Captain, what should we do? He's not on the
Even here, I'll have to be careful. Like, you can't mess around too much. I don't know whether I should use a shield or not. I should almost make some sort of rule set to,
Follow the captain, prisoner.
you know, I can only use such and such. I'll try to avoid using magic. Or wait, why is it auto-saving when I said not to auto-save at any point?
Ulfric Stormcloak. Some here in Helgen call you
This opening scene is such a meme because people have seen it probably millions of times. And I know there's add-ons and stuff that let you skip it, but I don't really care. I haven't seen it in a long time.
plunge Skyrim into chaos.
It just feels kind of not as epic as what it should be because, like, look how few people there are. This is supposed to be some big deal, but, like, where is everybody? It's just too small scale.
It's nothing. Carry on.
Yes, General Tullius. Give them their last rites. As we commend your souls to Aetherius, blessings of the 8 divines upon
For the love of Talos, shut up and let's get this over with.
Learn. As you wish.
Come on. I haven't got all morning.
Yeah, as if that's all it takes to stop somebody from doing a shout, too, is just put a little rag over their mouth. Like, what, their shout wouldn't be good? Or I guess he's totally gagged, probably, that he can't even do anything. But yeah, like, oh, your shout's not strong enough to get through a little shitty piece of cloth.
You Imperial bastards!
Justice!
Yeah, there's the one spectator,
As fearless in death as he was.
like, with the little kid out there, and
The orc!
that's all we got.
Here it is again. Did you hear that?
So yeah, I'm playing with fire, not because I'm being a mage, but literally, haha. But I mean, I'm gonna be using melee, actually, I guess. You should either sneak or use range, or like use magic probably would be the best. Or even using magic is annoying at the beginning sometimes because you run out of mana so quickly that it's kind of a waste. It's still good, like it does a good amount of damage, but I never noticed this guy's eye was messed up like that. Like his right eye is like all white. Maybe I've never seen it on the special edition, this scene, and so maybe I wouldn't know the difference. Like, it might not have been in the other one, or it might not have been that clear. It seemed like it went on longer than it should have with me just looking on the ground. On legendary difficulty, these things falling from the ground can actually kill you. How about that? That would be a good reason. Or like a good additional mechanic. You get like a little jump scare moment here. Or that actually does damage you, I'm pretty sure. I better not get ahead of myself. Look at that, bro. Oh yeah, what is like my racial and stuff here? I can't even check it yet.
Now! That a boy. You're doing great.
Uh-oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Now guess what I have to do? I have to rewind. Now is that because I somehow got hit by his breath, or was I just standing in the fire? Well, should it start there or should it restart the whole thing? It technically, oh god. Technically it should restart the whole game, because if you're gonna truly say, okay, dude. If you're gonna truly say it's permadeath, I guess I won't be that particular about it.
But a hero doesn't use a power like the voice to murder his king.
Oh god. Whatever. It's not like you can die during that section, so I don't really care. It's like we're just skipping the cutscene and deciding what our character is, so it's fine.
Fire is going to put you down and
But this
restore
part we should have to do because you can always die here, as I just demonstrated.
What was that?
It's nothing. Carry on.
We'll have to keep watching this cutscene over and over. That was a great start.
Their last rites. As we
I guess I couldn't tell if I was taking damage from the fire I was standing in.
blessings of the eight divines
But no, he can totally damage you there too with his breath.
learn.
It makes it seem like, oh, it's just a cutscene where you're just watching it, but
Come on! I haven't got all morning. My ancestors are smiling at me, Imperials. Can you say the same?
okay, hurry up. I don't think I really played as an orc too much before. Or no, that was what I did on the Switch. I had like an orc that I was just messing around on a little bit. But it's almost the sort of thing you don't really notice. It doesn't matter what race you are too much.
As fearless and
You know, just a few little mechanics, but
Next, the
even Argonian you would notice more because of the... I just love the underwater aspect. Not that you really go underwater too much, but just so you never have to worry about it.
said, next prisoner.
to the block, prisoner. Nice and easy.
See, this guy's nice to you. That's why you join him later, because even though he's complicit in literally killing you, he would have gone along with it. But yeah, like that bucket's not big enough for multiple heads, so they should clean that shit out at least.
Sentries. What do you see? It's in the
And like there is a nice little irony to this moment too. So would the implication be like he's obviously not doing it to save you, right? So it's like if he didn't do this, he would have won because you're the Dragonborn just by chance, and he happened to save you. So if you didn't, yeah, that moment seems to delay a little bit more than I feel like it's meant to. But yeah, so he just saves you by sheer accident, and then you come up, you end up being the biggest threat to him ever. Of course, I haven't even beaten the game, so I wouldn't know, but obviously I know he's the final boss, or I got spoiled on Alduin from that one prank call by Webaholics that's like, Alduin calls a Chinese restaurant, and so that I've heard some of his voice lines from that, unironically. Firstborn of Akatosh. Okay, I just don't want to get caught in the scripted fire, which he's probably going to do again. I feel like he does it here and then... You would think you shouldn't notice the legendary thing too much for now, but... You know, you are taking a little bit from the fire. Imagine dying in this moment, though. Like, I can understand at least once you get in the keep here, but... Or I guess I'm not even distinguishing who I'm quote-unquote going with. I just went. So this is with the rebel, right? Yeah, we're gonna stick with some sort of melee thing here. That'll actually be a rule that I can't use anything besides melee, which is probably the worst idea you could have with this. Let me just double check that I'm on legendary. Okay.
Was a dragon, no doubt. Just like the children's stories and the legends. The harbingers of...
This actually doesn't bother me as much as you might think. Like, oh, I've heard this a million times, which I have, but it's just been so long that it doesn't really matter. And it should be a one-time thing, because totally I'm not going to die, even though I just did somehow.
May as well take on your skier. He won't...
Not like I'm a permadeath professional or something, but certainly not with this game. I mean, I haven't even done probably a normal permadeath run, really, because if you haven't even beaten the game, right, how can you really measure what you're trying to do with it? So let's just look at our... I'll say I can't use spells, but I can't, you know, this doesn't count. Shouts and powers shouldn't count towards that. Restoration, flames, Berserker Rage. No, I prefer Berserker Soul from Yu-Gi-Oh! You take half damage and do double damage for 60 seconds. Oh, normally this would be sort of the opposite, where you take double damage and do double damage, like it's a trade-off. Right, but this is just a net positive in both ways.
I'm going to see if I can find some way out.
The hairstyle actually is pretty cool from that angle.
Let's see about that gate.
I don't even have a shield though, is the problem. Or you can abuse the follower and pet AI and stuff, which I'm gonna try not to do either, because, you know, see, it scales both ways, because the legendary value goes for enemies, but it also goes for your own pets and stuff too, because I remember that with the Daedra, they'd be able to tank the dragon for like an hour, right, that I summoned with the Sanguine Rose, whereas they maybe they're not going to do that much, really. You gotta focus fire, or you gotta save your stamina to let this clown tank. But yeah, they would tank the dragon for an hour, whereas I would get like basically one shot by it. So the same cheese health padding that goes into my into the enemies goes into me as well. Yeah, what I really want is a shield, so I'll give myself flexibility there. I can use a shield, I can dual wield, I can even I can use a shield, I can dual wield, and I can use two-handers and stuff like that. So that's better, that's fine. Armor, heavy armor makes sense for us, of course. Dagger is going to be trash. But yeah, I'm not going to go with any sort of plan. In fact, what I can say for sure is I'm not going to unlock shouts. I don't feel like doing any part of the story even up to that point. I'll just kind of wander around completely. Although I might do it incidentally anyway. Because you can get... I like how you can do stuff sort of out of order like that, where you can get the stone, right, without even... You can get the stone without even doing anything, like... Wait, do I still not have a shield, though? How? Like, whatever it is, the dragon stone you can just get without even doing the quest. You can just go there and just do it backwards, basically. That is, like, one of the best forms of questing in games. Like, WoW would do that a lot, too. You'll pick up a letter from doing something that you're already doing on your own, right? Just killing a random enemy. And then, oh, you have to bring that letter back. So you're not getting a quest that says, go get the letter. You're getting the letter, and then that sends you back somewhere, right? So it works either way.
Come on, let's get out of here before the dragon brings the whole town.
So it doesn't always have to be like, oh, you go to point A to point B. You could be wandering around, and you'll still be doing quests dynamically anyway. Which is, of course, very important in a game like this, where you are going to be wandering around and stuff like that anyway. So there's a bunch of potions and stuff in here.
Damn, that dragon doesn't give up easy. Grab everything important and let's move. Dragon's burning.
I'll abuse him for now a little bit, but...
Storm freedom of do you
Or yeah, this should be up by now. Oh, or never mind. I forgot how that worked. Only use powers once a day. Look how health patty they are, though. I mean, what am I even supposed to do with this? Aside from abuse my buddy over here. Which at some point I won't be able to do. I do call myself a warrior. That's literally the character class that I just invented for myself. I like how he keeps aggro on them so well, too. Oh, nice one. We're not like a backstabbing rogue type, necessarily. I don't know why I thought you would get a shield or something else by now, but whatever. I want something to do with my other hand, otherwise it seems useless. Or yeah, even with potions, I would try to set a rule that I can't spam them. Like, there should be a cooldown on them or something that would allow you to make it fair, because otherwise you can just cheese it, right, and just have a million potions and spam them all the time. We got to take our time a little, though, otherwise we get clowned. Or you just got to space out and sort of stun lock them, especially the casters. But I keep wasting my stamina too much. Or magic can be especially deadly here, where you'll almost just get one shot at some point. Yeah, looting during combat. Speaking of WoW, that would be something I would always do in raids. That would be kind of funny. Whoops. Oh, that's kind of an unfair 4v1 though. Holy shit. Okay, the mace might be a little better for me. It's not. Ah, here's the shield we've been looking for. I mean, whoops. I mean, I should have a mace, maybe just for the sake of it. Yeah, people would be triggered by all the, oh, you aren't using this add-on or this or that. That makes like your UI look better or whatever.
If you can get it open with some
Your menus and stuff, inventory. Read all the books, book reading ASMR that I would sometimes do. Or yeah, like I would do a college quest and then I would read the book before I gave it back as part of my whole whatever, that I love doing those College of Winterhold quests so much. No need to really even do any of this, but we may as well. I think you can loot this guy maybe through that anyway. You don't have to. Oh no, you do have to. Like it wouldn't distinguish that, oh, you're just reaching in. Yeah, I'm not going to use any spells at all, including healing that we even start with. Just for whatever reason. Yeah, at least I'm happy to have a shield now. Yeah, this is something that I'm never going to continue because I only play Skyrim on Christmas anyway. Maybe I'll break that rule eventually, but I just generally don't really do it. Right, and I do that on purpose where it's like, oh, you know, I don't want to play it every day. Like at one point I was doing a long time ago, so you would end up, you know, oh, it's so addictive that I have to like limit myself somehow. When does he stop coming with you? There's some point where you fight spiders and stuff and I feel like he gets separated. Or there's like way too many of them here. You do have a bit of an entourage as well. Yeah, I like this whole stun locking mentality. Or you know what also could be killer? Just like spells. Never mind the fact of these people blocking the shit out of me, but what could be killer is the fact that of arrows. Arrows would always one-shot you and do obscene amounts of damage. That was sort of a trope on my main character, is that I would constantly get one-shot because I guess I'm just a mage and wearing dinky cloth armor a lot of the time, and I don't have a lot of health because I'm just using the same shit over and over. Magicka. I'm trying to avoid hitting my own allies, but I guess it doesn't really matter too much. And I'll keep picking up arrows OCD intensively, but I'm never going to use them either. That you should say you're arguably allowed to use, but... Or yeah, you also got to watch out for traps. They could theoretically one-shot you as well, but... If I'm not going to use fire, then I guess nobody will even set it off. Maybe I wasted that berserker thing a little bit too early. I'll try to play it a little RP friendly too. Like, I'm not going to just do stuff just to cheese. Like, oh, I'll rest just so I can use that again every fight and spam it and wait and stuff like that. Well, this made it a little bit easier than I thought. The fact that there's so many of us. I don't really remember there being this many Stormcloaks. Okay, go here. I swear you get separated from somewhere and then you start fighting the spiders and whatnot. Yeah, this is like one of my most played games of all time, even though, again, I not only have I not beaten it, but I always just kind of... I don't know how to explain it. Like, I would just sort of wander around and do random stuff, which is obviously part of the appeal, but... Is he gonna come and save me now, or he just waits around back there? Yeah, like not even using add-ons and stuff a lot. Yeah, I could wait around, I guess. Or maybe just not here at all, but... This is where you get screwed, though. Like, what is that, bro? What the hell? Yeah, please carry me a bit more. And orcs don't like to run away either, because they're such, you know, honorable fighter types. They'd rather die than run away, but not me in this kind of a run. Oh yeah, I can use the level up to, maybe I should set a rule set with that too. I can level up to heal, of course, anytime. Like maybe I'll say I can't level up. Oh shit. I can't level up in a... in a dungeon type of environment, or maybe I'm going to have to in order to. Where does he keep going? What are you going? What do you mean up ahead? Isn't this where we came from? I mean, I'm really cheesing with him now. But no, I should almost be able to use this as a healing mechanic. You can always just wait around. Bro just doesn't care. Just an average day in Australia. Literally just don't even do anything. Or you know what was one character class that I made that was kind of a fun idea? It was like a healing hands, healing your ally build. So I wasn't allowed to attack anything at all, and I was allowed to use like healing hands and buff spells and stuff like that on my allies. So I was playing like I'm a healer in an MMO where I'm not able to attack, so I have to have my ally like a pet or like a follower, and I just keep healing them. What would make that more fun, and I think I maybe found an add-on for it but I forgot, like it would allow your allies to die in an organic way. So if they get to 1 HP, they actually just die instead of getting knocked down and getting up to recover. That makes it kind of cheese, so you have to commit. If they really get low and die, then it's over and they're just gone. You know, just like you would be, instead of having that little extra BS. But here we should just sneak it. Right, so you would have that as a sense of finality, but you would, like, I should make it so I can only level up like how Oblivion did it, like you're in an inn or something. Wait, what? Detected by who? But yeah, that was kind of a cool idea. So you can only use healing hands and other kind of buff spells and stuff like that. And the reason why that's relevant is because now you rely fully on your partner, your follower, your pet, something like that, in order to, that really is a pretty painless intro, though. It just always feels like it's tedious because you've seen it so many times, but it really wasn't that long at all. Oh yeah, this is what we gotta do too. Why not? Legendary and survival. Survival adds the need to, and all my other rule sets that I like to do. Survival adds the need to eat, sleep, and stay warm. It also adds, so I should only do it when I need to do it, kind of. I don't remember this, actually. It also adds, I know that they had this in Fallout New Vegas, because I went to play that one day, and it had added this in, I guess. Or maybe it was always there, and I just... No, it must have been in an update. It also adds additional challenges, such as no fast... Oh, shit. Yeah, that's kind of what I like to do anyway. Reduce carry weight, leveling up only when you... Oh, I was just talking about that too. Level up only when you sleep. Like, set it as an RP thing. See the survival mode, entry and help. Enable survival mode. You can enable, disable anytime from gameplay setting menu. So that's on top of the legendary difficulty. Let's go to the standing stones. The air is warm here. What is... Oh, that's kind of cool though. I've never... Wait, but it didn't say anything about that. It said something about eat and sleep. It didn't say you have to worry about temperature. Yeah, that is a pretty cool thing. It's probably just somebody's mod that they stole. Right, like the idea or something behind the mechanic. Or like they were trying to sell people's mods and take a cut of them. I don't know what happened with all that, but everything is an opportunity to make money. I should have tried to mod GTA a little bit because it was so complicated to get it to work. They kept changing it, and then a lot of them wouldn't work anymore, but I don't feel the need to mod a game like this as much because it's so deep anyway. Something like GTA, it's like it has deep mechanics, but it doesn't have sometimes enough content. Warrior sign, 20% faster. No, I couldn't level up even if I wanted to, so that's actually a good thing that I waited on that. I mean, I could go to Riverwood, I could just wander around. What happens if you wander around, though, is guess what? You'll run into like a saber cat or something and you'll just get destroyed, so you have to do it within some semblance of careful whatever. Yeah, you could just wait and cheese it like that as far as like using your ability every time. I don't know if I really want to do the whole thing. Come on, orc versus orc. A sense of honor. Where's your sense of honor as an orc? You would pick on one of your own, says me, but I didn't initiate it. Oh my god. What the fuck? Yeah, this is what it's like when you're not getting carried by that clown. Wait, is somebody shooting arrows at me too? Oh, he's still gonna carry me. I'm even saying I'm calling you a clown. Speak of the clown and he shall appear. Creepy clown sighting. Like the pranks that always happen like in 2016. I can't do shit right now. I'm actually getting destroyed. It's so unfair because it starts off like that. But no, I don't think I've ever really played with the survival mode either. I've had the option to, obviously, in these other sessions. It might have it might have mentioned that, but I didn't really want to do it. But I guess this is a good opportunity as any. Okay, a wolf isn't too threatening though, I don't think. No, no. Yeah, I mean, it may not be too threatening, but I'm also a bit of a clown. Okay, dude. Fuck. Now I should be obligated to redo. Okay. Damn it. I should almost be obligated to rewatch the chariot ride every time too. Okay, now this is gonna get a little bit tedious. You know what? Maybe I won't. I mean, if I'm gonna do this badly with it, how do you like see all the other characters then? Or is this only gonna let you play as this character? It makes me scared that like, oh, I maybe deleted my file. I mean, I guess that was what I was intending to do anyway. The fact that if I die, I could just go back to my main character and do that. My main character doesn't even show up here. So maybe I can see the run already, because if it's gonna be me just doing the intro over and over, like, let me just go with the same build that I have. I won't even level up here either, and I'll just do a college book quest here, since I failed that. All of the elements is actually the bottom, so we got to go to the Arcaneum. Yeah, that's the real reason why I live here, not because, oh, I'm a mage and I like magic, but oh no, because I always want to have a radiant quest like this nearby to do, because I love these. Business I can assist with.
Covered and secured in the all right. I wrote down the last place I'd heard about.
You know, this is permadeath too, because you get to, if I die, I have to go back and just restart. Like, I don't get to save it or anything like that. Let's maybe do this, and then maybe I'll give that one more try, just to try to... I should have just gone to Riverwood and just chilled. I didn't have to fight. Well, I was kind of just on the road, though. So this is mostly just a... obviously, just a two-hander slash bow sort of build, and I assume the gear is correct. So this is probably whatever I was using last year, because this character is really meant to be a mage at heart, but they obviously have all kind of other variety. But it mostly comes down to gear, because if you look at my... oh, whoops. No, I don't even want to do that. Oh, what? It won't let me cancel out? I literally didn't even want to level up. Whatever, we do that. But yeah, mostly we're just trying to... oh, yeah, I was trying to show, like, if you look at our skills, most of them would favor magic. But then again, we pretty much have everything, just because we played for so long. And I haven't done any of those legendary skills ever. You know, I won't even fast travel, and I'll try to just get there on my own. Which could be like halfway across the goddamn world, but... let's actually see where we're looking. I keep trying to drag that with the mouse. Oh, it's not actually too bad. Yeah, this is part of the fun, because a lot of the interesting encounters will happen on the roads. Yeah, this is normally what I would do with these sessions, is just let me do like one college book quest. It is annoying when you run into dragons, or actually this we've seen many times, where we get destroyed by them. So we just want to ignore this. I don't know what exactly they're doing, but there's always like a group of people around here. It's like bandits fighting with... they don't even really look like they're fighting. They're kind of just walking around. Okay, now they're fighting. Look how many there are. Like, you might think, oh, it's not that big of a deal, but I would get absolutely ruined there. You have to play this like you're Batman or something, go in and kill one without the other ones noticing, and then use a shout to get out of there and then come back. And, you know, you got to really be smart and smooth about it. Guerrilla warfare, and just, you can't really take things head on, which I kind of like, but it's also very punishing. That was the best way to deal with that situation. I couldn't really do anything. Or I was using that shout too that let me see life forms, which could be very valuable to save me. So there's something here, I don't know what it is. It's a goat. Okay, good one. Right, that can definitely be a lifesaver. When I first started playing this game, right, all those years back, I actually thought there would only be a few shouts in the game, and like Unrelenting Force was like one of the main ones, and that's it. I didn't know it would be such a diverse mechanic where you get like literally dozens of them, and they have such diverse effects. The one in particular that really blew my mind was like slow time, something that's like so transformative that in another game would be like a core mechanic, like bullet time for max pain or whatever, right? But in this, like, oh, it's just one minor little shout that you know, but it's completely game altering because anytime you can just slow down time. Like, it's such a big deal, but I don't know, it's just weird that sort of understated. It's a good thing, obviously, but I didn't know that there were actually going to be that many of them. Because the way they advertise is like, oh yeah, like Fus Roda and the Unrelenting Force, like, cool, we get it. That's all the shouts are gonna be, is just that, and maybe one other one. But no, it's such a, you know, wide-ranging mechanic. The problem with this is stuff like goats will confuse you because of the fact that, oh shit, I don't want to mess with this now. In fact, I almost can't even do it. Or it just takes forever, and after a while it's not even fun because they are so bullet spongy, health patty. Like, is he gonna see me? And I have like this honor code that it feels like if I aggro one, I almost have to do it. Like, I have to fight it. Sometimes I typically don't even like to use the map. Like, this has nothing to do with the dragon. Like, I should be not even going this way. I can always just run away even if they do aggro. But I should just go around the mountain, I guess. I always loved Black Reach and all this, the Alftand. There's usually some saber cats and shit around here though. After a while, I guess you do get used to like the spawn positions of stuff, so then you won't be as surprised. Like, oh, we're wandering out in the wild and wonder if we'll fight an enemy here, but you'll kind of know where they start to spawn and stuff. But no, the one thing this game lacks is like boss fights, and you could say, oh, the dragons count, but they really don't, because I don't know, they sort of get simplistic and wear on you after a while. And most like boss type enemies in dungeons are not that interesting. The dragon priests are kind of cool. But, you know, or even the things that are sort of like bosses are going to lack in personality and stuff. So we have a spider over there fighting something, which I don't know what. That's the best thing to do sometimes, is just to let... Is it like a bounty hunter type dude? And why would it be that strong anyway? Let them kill each other, fight. You two fight for an exhaustingly long amount of time, and then I'll fight the victor. That's your reward. Like, how can this fight be going on this long? I understand there's some health pattiness, but the spiders typically aren't this tanky. And I'll get a sneak shot in too. I'm going to totally cheese it. Look at this dude, Battle of the Titans. Or wait, he's like an NPC though. Oh, he barely even did anything to that. What the fuck? I'm doing a decent amount. That guy's just a clown, I guess. Oh, look at him. Look at him back. Look at him backpedal, dude. What? This is what I mean by legendary difficulty, too. What the fuck is that? Did you see how he backpedaled and then hit me like he's... Oh, I'm not coming after you. That was actually kind of creepy. Okay, let me... This is a total clown session, too, by the way. Okay, let me try the character again. I'll watch the opening cutscene once more. I'll just give it one more try. Just because I can't really... I don't know. This session was not meant to be particularly meaningful, but yeah. We'll just do another orc, and if I die, then I'm done. But yeah, whatever. This was meant to just be more laid back, even though it's as hardcore as ever. We got legendary difficulty, and we got the survival mode, which that in itself is super exciting. Come to think of it, that is such a fun kind of criteria to have to think about. I'm just bummed out because that chest thing ruined my... I was planning to do both, that and this, but I was excited just to kind of try that, and it sort of half works, right? What I was expecting is it would move the pieces for both me and my opponent as I play online, but it only moves them for me. So that's still fine, but maybe next year for Christmas I'll buy the other half of the mechanic. Like, so fucking stupid.
Skyrim was fine until you came along. Empire was nice and lazy. If they hadn't been looking for you, could have stolen that horse and been halfway to Hammerfell. You there, you and me, we shouldn't be here. It's these Stormcloaks.
Yeah, imagine treating the big boss like this too. He's just some random dude in the back of a wagon. He couldn't escape from this with all his capabilities. Like, he relies on his shouts alone. There's one dude watching him in the back. He'll just roll off and do a 360.
Ulfric, the Jarl of Windhelm? You're the leader of the rebellion. But if they've captured you... Oh gods, where are they taking us? I don't know where we're going, but Sovngarde awaits. No, this can't be happening. This isn't happening. What village are you from, horse thief? Why do you care?
Yeah, and they never even defined what you were trying to do. Or like why you're really on here. Or I guess you were just meant to be... You weren't really even doing anything wrong. You were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Or if you wanted to embellish your backstory. One problem with Fallout 4 actually is the fact that your character has too much identity and too much personality, where it's almost not believable that you would be such a degenerate, evil character, right? He seems too defined, his voice acting, his everything. Like, I appreciate what they're trying to do, but it sort of conflicts with the generic template character you have to be able to be whatever you want to be. Like, I can be as good as I want, I can be as evil as I want, because I'm sort of just this blank slate, whereas that guy has a bit too much in him as it is, so it sort of creates a preconceived notion. But no, I sometimes get a little salty and almost cheat my own format. I shouldn't have been able to do that, like where I died to the fire, and then I won't blame, like, oh, my mic blocks part of my screen, but it genuinely does, where normally it doesn't matter, but in that case I can't see my health, so maybe I was draining health with the fire. So let me figure out. Look how hard that is, though. Like, you can die to a little wolf, you can die to all this. Like, there's nothing you can do. There's literally nothing you can do. You'd be better off just ignoring everything and just going to a town, and I don't know what you would even do, honestly. I don't want to cheese followers too much, but you're just at such a disadvantage. Like, it's very hard. Let's just try to get to a town and I'll be satisfied. This is gonna be annoying. I'll make an orc again, or I'll do the same thing. Or did we already have that as a save? It shouldn't really save it though. But no, I should be more honorable, and yeah, see, even there it's auto saving it. And yeah, us are just a random clown, so they have to ask us even, who are you? Oh, I'm totally this famous person who's a good person who never would be associated with rebels. Why would an orc be a part of this anyway? Well, I mean, I guess there's all races and all sides, but
step forward. Who are you?
like, whatever answer you give is not satisfactory to save your life, so why does it matter? I just want to know who you are before we literally murder you. Presets, I guess I'll use the same one. And so now, can I use the same name or what? I'll change it a little bit. No, this one's for final. If I die here, I'm just done. So
Up here.
I don't know what to do though.
What should we do?
Like, first of all, you're abusing rail off, but second of all, once, let's say we got to Riverwood, what do I do? I got to get some better weapon, or like I'm screwed. You would probably just like, oh, you got to do some crafting glitch where you make your weapon super strong, or like it just starts off very unfair, and then it'll get easier, and then it'll difficulty spike later, like what we see with my character. There are obviously optimal things you can do, right, to make it easier, but you shouldn't have to necessarily do that.
Doesn't use a power like the voice to murder his king and usurp his throne. You started this war, plunged Skyrim into chaos, and now the Empire is going to put you down and restore the peace.
What was that?
It's nothing. Carry on.
Yeah, isn't it amazing for an RPG series to not have had dragons in it for so long?
As we commend
Like, how could that even make sense? That Morrowind and Daggerfall and Oblivion and all this, like, it's such a staple of fantasy universes that that's almost impossible to believe.
Come on! I haven't got
So I failed the book quest, which that I'm not going to try again. So this one I died twice. I died once to the fire at the beginning, and then I died to the wolf. It was going pretty well, actually. Just like, you know, whatever. We escaped the one guy. It's kind of hard to even get away, though, because we have so little stamina and everything, too. I'd be interested to try out the survival mechanics, though. I actually love survival games from the ones that I played, but I haven't played too many. Like, Don't Starve is amazing. And there was something else, but I forgot.
the orc.
I don't always play survival games, but when I do, it's one of my favorite games of all time. Don't Starve, or even the other thing.
I said, prisoner.
Like, Binding of Isaac is a different thing, but I mean, those are two like indie games that I always associate as two of my favorite games ever, that just really, they hit like a certain niche that they do so well that makes them legendary.
What in oblivion is that?
I think I might change my format for this, where maybe next year, where I can play it whenever I want. When Elder Scrolls 6 comes out, then I'll change my format, which basically means never. So yeah, let's just wait for their scripted sequence to do its thing, and then don't stand in the fire. This seems much more aggressive, though, with all the shit falling down, all the rocks and stuff. I don't really remember it being like that. You go here. Wait, how is the fire going at that angle? What the fuck? I made it seem like it actually was gonna hit me down there. You gotta always make sure you don't die to some scripted kind of BS. Hey, just wait here. Then he comes like there. You can't even really go back there. That's pretty much it. Now you just go through and then you fight a couple people in here. And the main thing with that is that you have to let him... Let's try the alternate path now. You have to let them tank for you, which Railoff was doing me a pretty big solid. Oh, you gotta wait for this clown.
We should keep moving. Come here. Let me see if I can get those bindings off.
Oh, he can't move 1 inch though to do it.
Take a look around. There should be plenty of gear to choose from. I'm going
Yeah,
to
maybe you get better gear on this end than the other way. You just loot from the one dead body. Or maybe it's effectively the same thing. Or you already get the key in a way that... Or no, I think you get it from the body there anyway. Okay, keys.
Let's keep
It might just be identical to the other thing. Light helmet, gold. Already getting upgrades. What is this? A Diablo style Path of Exile type of game? Oh, alright. Yeah, this maybe is just the wrong playstyle to choose, but let's go ahead. We'll do the powers. And again, all the other spells and stuff we're not going to use, but this is more of just an innate thing that you can do whenever you want. Or, oh, we're gonna... Wait a second. He was just about to close it. I love that. He is scripted to do that.
If you want to die, so
See, they won't really change their focus target. Let's see, like, there's no way you could win this fight. Like, what the fuck is this, dude? Maybe I'll change my ability for when, like, I'm really dying. If she switches aggro, I'm done. I can't do anything. Right, like, I'm really helpless. It does make it sort of a little farcical, and I can see why people wouldn't like the bullet spongy nature of it, but at the same time, oh yeah, this is what we really need, is a two-hander that I wasn't getting. Or maybe that should be a rule too, like you can't change gear in the middle of... You can loot in the middle of combat, but you can't change gear in the middle of combat. I'm going to set all these incredible number of rules, a lot of which were validated by the survival thing. Or now we'll have a two-hander. Wow, why is this giving me all the good shit? Okay, now we're not in combat, or the music should have to stop. That should be how you know. So yeah, whatever. I mean, it's a sense of honor that, okay, you know, I'm respecting when it's not in combat, even if the music is still going. So I'll save my racial. That could be the difference between life and death. And we got a two-hander that could make a huge difference in damage here. And I'll have potions and stuff, but like I said, I'll make it some sort of rule where you can't use them to spammably.
damn, that dragon doesn't give up easy.
What are you doing? We need to get out of Helgen. Now!
These Imperials have potions in here. We're going to need them.
Hey! Over here.
Let him tank again. Just pretend like I'm not even here. Yeah, increased damage because of the two-hander, by the way. Or he'll just hit me with the wideness of his swing, even if he doesn't mean to. I love how they're just literally ignoring me, too. Gotta farm out this two-handed skill. They're not even really paying attention to me, like... It's unbelievable. There's one thing you want to hide behind him, but they're so willfully going into it. But no, I could understand the bullet spongy complaint that people would have with it. Or even calling it bullet spongy in a game like this is kind of silly, but you know what I mean, like health patty aspects.
Done then, this way. The torture.
This is always going a little better than... But now you're on the torturer's side. Yeah, they'll just get in some animation where they one-shot me. You almost need a follower in a way that to do this. Yeah, I won't even level up, which could be... Whoops. You know, in the survival kind of thing. You have so many of them helping you too. Yeah, I like how that it's almost the game giving you a commentary on who's the good guy, who's the bad guy. The fact that on one hand you fight the torturers, and on the other hand the torturers fight with you. So who do you think they're really portraying better? You might be regarded as rebels, but that doesn't mean anything. Like, it's all relative. My little absolutist expression, like every revolutionary is labeled a terrorist in their own time. A nice little quote from a short story of mine.
Give me a minute. Let me think.
They always lag behind. We have no element of surprise on my side though, but yeah, you literally can't like 1v1 an enemy. Or you should almost do it in a scripted way, because you get to, well, just one random guy isn't going to be enough. Where's the fucking... Where's the rest of them? Yeah, I don't like Hadvar as much as Rayloff, or they might be more likely to attack me now. Or especially the archers might be likely to fuck me over. Yeah, Hadvar has the right idea. Hide behind the bow like a clown that he is. Oh yeah, you got a tank for me here. I don't know how he can possibly deal with this much, but this is insane, dude. I should maybe have even used my racial here. Are they gonna switch targets now, or again, it's the same sort of cheese health padding aspect too that your people get though, because you get to you know, NPCs in general get the health padding, not just enemies. They're totally gonna kill me here. But no, they're literally kind of paying me no attention at all. I love it. Literally ghosting my dumbass. All this is gonna be pretty much the same. You do have some archers up there that could have one-shot me. We're not gonna even set off the fire. I don't even have any stamina now. Finally, somebody pays me some attention. But yeah, you certainly have good numbers here. Torturer's assistant. Wait, I thought. Wait, did I just kill one of our own though? Because we were supposed to be on the side of the torturers. Yeah, your ability here is pretty good, but anything that's like once a day doesn't really intrigue me too much. Wait, there's even more? Yeah, like imagine doing this on legendary difficulty. Oh, whoops. Imagine doing this on legendary difficulty, like without any of these people helping you. How would you do it? It's literally impossible. At least if I power level my two-handed, we'll be doing a good amount. But no, I'll be able to use any sort of melee combination of things. Shield, one-hander, two one-handers, a two-hander, two shields if you could do such a thing. I always say that in games like Fallout and RPGs that are shooters should be like, you can be a tank, but how can you be a tank in a shooter? You should be able to use a riot shield and play super defensively. I don't know if that's something any game has ever really done too much. But wouldn't that be cool? Like if in Fallout you can be a tank class and you use a riot shield in doing it, there totally will be a way to do, there totally is a way to do that, I bet, in one of them, and I'm just not aware of it. Otherwise, I came up with an amazing idea, but I said that years ago too. But right, just that it seems like a weird thing, like, oh, how can you be a tank in that kind of a game? Which you totally can be. Okay, would you hurry up, dude? Come on. I don't want to hide behind followers the whole time, but yeah, even Rayloff did the same thing. This way, come on. But what do you mean? What do you mean up ahead? Like you're behind me.
We'd better stick together now.
Okay, just forget it. Ignore me then. What an absolute clown. It makes it seem like, oh, you're meant to go that way, but this is where we came from. Don't fall behind. He's bugged out. 0 out of 10 game. Oh, you just got to give him the illusion that he's actually the one in control here.
That doesn't go anywhere. I guess we'd better try this way.
Weren't you just so confident saying that, oh, this way, this is the way out? Bro, can you just come the fuck on? Okay, that's a little bit too much here. Maybe some of the smaller ones won't be as tanky. Yeah, I do like that I'm getting some two-handed reps in here. That sort of reorients my whole position too as I'm doing it. Like I wasn't even standing anywhere near that angle that the camera got. Now we got the bear and then we're out of here. That's literally all you have to do, but guess how many times I'm gonna have to do it. Let me just double check. We must be on legendary, right? Because it's going almost too smoothly, but as soon as you get out there you'll be screwed. Yes, yes, he'll say there's a bear, like as if you announcing that isn't the real problem. This is a sign of how I should play the game overall. Right, just always hide from everything and skip it. Even if he was to aggro now, it wouldn't even matter. But, and I would say, oh, I don't even care what Hadvar is, but I kind of do because I have to. It's going to do survival mode now. I guess I could have enabled that anyway from inside of there. Yeah, like the dragon's really going to aggro here. You don't have to worry. The sun is warm here, which I don't really understand what that means exactly. Is if I stay in the heat too long, I'll die or something. Yeah, that definitely adds an interesting dynamic, and there's all kind of other content that they're alluding to on the main menu. But no, if we fight the wolves, we die. If we fight the guy outside the mine, we die. Like everything we do, we just get destroyed. I can't even do anything. Like I genuinely cannot even fight a single enemy on my own, which, you know, starting the game on legendary is very rough like that. Like you shouldn't even try to do it, but I'm tempted to. Because again, this is going to be a hard format set. Like, I can't reset from anywhere. So even if I save it, it doesn't matter. I don't get to save it. If I die, I die. So the warriors don't add it. It's just too tempting. Like, I want to fight this guy. I'll even use my berserker thing. Or I have to get better at bobbing and weaving. Or I have to use Hadvar here for now. I'm totally going to do it anyway. I don't care.
Ain't this a surprise?
Shouldn't I basically be able to out-damage his dumbass? Or I guess just with my... You'll be sorry. Just with my racial you can do it, but, you know, I'm going to have to wait a day, and I'm not going to let myself just cheat it by... Now, this is +2, but how does that make sense? It's not +2 compared to... Iron Warhammer 41. Why does that show up compared to that though? I don't get it. But no, that's weird that that is a net positive racial too. The fact that you not only do double damage, but you actually take less damage too. You know, you got to carry me all the way here. All I care about is the max damage that we're doing. And we were still having trouble there. It's very hard to avoid attacks in melee range like that when you're committing in so hard.
Listen, as far as I'm concerned, you've already earned your pardon. But until we get that confirmed by General...
Hunger. You are hungry, which reduces your total available stamina, represented by the dark region and the stamina bar. Hunger also affects how quickly you can attack with weapons. Eat food to reduce your hunger. Cooked meals are significantly better at restoring hunger than raw, uncooked food. Eating raw meat may lead to contracting food poisoning. I like how much they commit to this. But I'm fine with that for now. We gotta go to town anyway. I love managing stuff like that, though. It just adds such an immersive RP element that is very appreciated. Okay, so we're gonna let him do the bulk of the work. That did last a super long time, though. Okay, I'm really good at this game, by the way. Yeah, we're not even allowed to level up until we rest in the inn. Like, how am I supposed to deal with this, bro? If it wasn't for this guy, how? Explain it. Health low. How is health low? Can you just... Oh my god. They literally attacked me for like 0.1 second. Okay, are we at Riverwood yet, or are we gonna have to fight more shit? Because I don't remember this being so difficult, but maybe I never really started a character on Legendary. I've just changed to it later on. Right? It's not like that main character is like that.
We're almost to Riverwood.
I'm playing on Legendary now, but it doesn't mean I started the character like that. So you can see how unfair and difficult this is, but I like it, of course. Even like no add-ons needed or anything, just by doing that alone. So now I would have to figure out in town a number of things I could level up. I could level up. I could do the I have to eat some food and stuff. maybe I should go to the inn and just call it quits because this is gonna be too much.
Day we get visitors in Riverwood.
I don't even have to do this.
All right. Uncle,
You are warm. I love how that's gonna be a dynamic that you have to worry about too. Where's the inn? Yeah, this gives a great use to stuff like this though too, because you got I have 13 gold. Is that enough to rest? Or yeah, you should do that. You're retired, which reduces your total available magicka, represented by the dark region. So when you're hungry, you lose max stamina. When you're tired, you lose max magicka. Fatigue also decreases how quickly you recover magic and stamina and the effectiveness of potions. Sleep in a bed to reduce your fatigue. Sleeping indoors allows more restful sleep than sleeping outdoors.
Borgnar, are you listening?
We got rooms and food. Drink, too. I cook. Ain't much else to tell.
Heard any rumors? Wait, how do I rent a room though? What the hell?
Hard not to.
The ale. You're that visitor, Ben.
Oh, Delphine.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
I thought she was just always in here. I forgot that she was
Did you hear me?
literally the innkeeper too.
Ale's going bad.
Bed owned.
Potatoes in your ears after all.
That's actually not the one then.
Get a fresh batch in soon.
What? I don't know which one it is then. It'll be the shittiest room of all. So go ahead, we'll sleep for a solid 8 hours. Wake up at night, mess up my whole sleep cycle for the future. But it's a situation where, again, I just wanted to introduce this. I kind of want to make this where, oh yeah, see, this is like in Oblivion too, where you level up only when you rest. When your level increases, you must choose, and yeah, see, that's the reduction. I love this mechanic. You can also select a new perk at this time or save it for later. Available perks are highlighted in each constellation. I feel like I should probably get health, actually, because I'm getting wrecked so hard, but I feel like stamina is more immediately useful, too. Why is there always an arrow on? Oh, I don't know. It was showing like both of these highlighted at once. So stamina, it's a tough decision. I feel like let's do health for a little bit because I just feel like I'm getting absolutely wrecked super hard, but I can maybe balance it out later. Obviously, two-handed is my big priority here that we have to have. And I would like to, you know, you're not going to be able to do that. Power attacks with two-handed weapons cost 25% less stamina. That's fine as well. And then obviously we can keep stacking that one up later. You awaken feeling well rested. So this should be the type of environment only where you're allowed to save in. So hooray, we started a character on legendary difficulty. Now maybe I should do the book quest to try to cap it off, even though I said, let me maybe try that once more. But whatever, I'm just satisfied at least I started with that. And then I don't like these auto saves. They always make me nervous that it's gonna like override something that I don't want it to be. Or is the college book quest gonna be the same one that we just picked up? Or will it be a different one? I forget how that works. Like it may be dynamic and random, but it's also could be on a fixed rotation, but I feel like it's not. I always make that mistake. Even here I can level up, but for some reason I don't even want to. I don't even care. You can always use it to like full heal in some way. Yeah, this is a game you could literally play like forever, even without mods, even without anything.
Archmage,
Just, it's so good.
there are more books to be recovered. All right, I wrote down the last place.
Last Kings of the Isleds, Aliads, however you say it. So we're using our bow style for now, which I can use even a sword and shield, even despite how squishy I am and how quickly I get one shot. But what I can't do is I can't, I have to only do it when my shield is up. Like, it's actually pretty satisfying. When my shield's up, I take, like, very little damage, even from, like, a dragon hitting me. But when my shield isn't up, I get one shot. So you literally have to just to, you know, you have to have it up. You have to block or you just get rolled over. Let's see how far this one is. Is it going to be the same one? It looks kind of generally in the same area. I guess I could just do it where I fast travel, but I kind of don't want to do it like that. I like the dynamic of having to explore through the world to get there and even get back. So this is what I've done the last couple of years, actually, would just be like one college book quest. I'll go halfway there, then I'll die, then I'll have to restart. Because like I said, I'm not allowed to save it anywhere in between. This is going to be that same dangerous route where there's all these clowns off to the side. And even where the dragon, you might be better off going this way, honestly. You got to go all the way back basically to, or you know what, I would say I can't fast travel, but I should be allowed to use the chariot thing. Because that allows you to sort of fast travel in a more organic way, according to the game, as far as like, you know, using a taxi in GTA or something. That's a little bit different than actually just using a magical fast travel mechanic on the map. It's like, oh, you're at least having to pay for it and find the chariot, and you can only do it from certain place to certain place, not just anywhere you want, whenever you want. And so by doing that, you're able to... It makes it seem like you want to go up towards where the dragon is and whatnot, but you actually are just going super far down the line. So yeah, I generally like to not even use the map too much for this. Oh shit. Well, that doesn't help. Okay, let's see what we can do. I mean, this you're just gonna have to pretty much escape, but we got like the Atronach stone to absorb a little bit of this. I don't know exactly what I can do here. We basically just have to run away. That is insane. That's obviously some Dragonborn DLC type thing. There's no way they'll find me here. Like, what? Even I don't know where the hell I am exactly. Like, how? Right now I could come back on them and try to get the first strike. This is how an archer slash sneak character would play. If you get ambushed head on, then you're already at a disadvantage. Now you have to plan your attack and take revenge, and it becomes a little farcical though, because you'll go in, get one shot, it must have been the wind, and then you'll do it again, and it's like they should be relatively close by. Or now they might be spread out a little bit too. So yeah, I'd like to take revenge on them. But this is when it takes all day. Like, I'm getting distracted like 5 feet out from my base, from the town, I mean. It's always hard in the overworld though, or they'll heal too is the problem. Or you can sort of stun lock their dumbass too. We've got him in like a 1v1 setup though. The point is that you I forgot what I was saying, just like they can heal and they can also, they're super tanky. Like, it's almost a lost cause. Like, some of this stuff is so unfair. It's actually nuts, bro. Like, this encounter will be my boss fight of my lifetime right now. I love it. This is what the game is truly all about, though, because I guess on this character, I don't really restrict my ability to use anything, though, so I can totally heal if I want. But it's more like, oh, I should use a bow that absorbs their health, and that should be my thing. What the fuck? Yeah, I'm using that to identify where my enemy is, even though he's right in front of my face. Playing it pretty dangerously, but I keep getting away from harm somehow, or that's like the once a day refill thing. Why am I having such a hard time even doing any damage to them, though? I can understand if they're hitting me pretty hard, but yeah, some of this you do just genuinely absorb. Your false reigns ends now. Fucking... I am a bit of a fraud, aren't I, as a permadeath player of much experience. You know, are they always going to be there in a scripted way that... Whatever, this is sort of a lackluster episode, but I just wanted to introduce that, okay, we have a new character to potentially play. I have it as a tradition though that I always get this guy a book. Like I do it every year, at least one book. That's his. That was my title for last year too. Like all Urag shrub, however the fuck you say his name. Let me look at it again. Urag grow shrub, something like that. All he wants for Christmas is books. Is a book. That's literally his present. Oh, he's normally not sitting here. Urag grow shrub.
All right. I wrote down the last place.
Okay, it's the same. Let's HGC. Is it always the same? It's the same book, but is it exactly the same location? I guess it is.
The Eye of Magnus here.
The Eye of Magnus. Actually very worthwhile chess meme reference, isn't it? Okay, can we just do this without getting killed along the way? And the answer is, I try to avoid going the one way to avoid, you know, running into potentially the dragon or something else. And then I get destroyed by the dragon priest little cultist on the other side. Even with my sneaking capability, even with my... But like I said, sneaking doesn't work really right in the overworld. It's not meant to be... I don't know, it just kind of bugs out in a way that obviously in dungeons and indoors and stuff is much more effective, which might make realistic sense too, but it just doesn't work very well as a mechanic, so it makes it feel like it's a waste. If I'm a sneak character and I rely on that and I'm always getting one shot and whatever, I can't use it in the overworld, or if I rely on it even to do damage and get first hits and stuff. Like watch, they're totally gonna be here again. Why can't I just have a peaceful trek from point A to point B for once? It might not be that exact that like they're always, or is that one of them? I can't really tell what that even is. I only see one of them, even if it is a dragon cultist. I keep trying to call them dragon priest. I don't know if that's even an enemy. Or this is like a similar thing. Instead of, you can stun lock them with this. Literally cheese, but you would kind of have to be able to do it because I love it. Or you gotta change the whirlwind sprint or some shit. But yeah, like look at this. I'm decked out in full archery gear and they're still so fucking health patty. This is better than fighting a bunch of those, even if they maybe weren't as tanky. But look at this. You can just do this all day. Isn't this fun and interactive experience? But it's to imply that in a 1v1 match, you can hold down one target, so you're just invincible. But if you're fighting 2 or 3 things at once, then you can't do this. Like we just had that happen. So you're strong enough that nobody can beat you one-on-one, or at least if you can stagger them like this. So it's a fool's errand to even try to fight me like this. Right, I'm just too good for you. I can hold you down like this forever. I'm like Tien against super semi-perfect Cell. I love that. Stephen A. Smith is getting asked that, like, who's stronger, Tien or Yamcha? And he's getting all mad about it, like, oh, I'm a grown man. I don't watch this, but I also watch sports for a living. Haha, I'm totally a grown man. I can't even use the zoom in. Doesn't this make it seem a little bit stupid, though? But again, not everybody can be so easily staggered. And if they can heal like so many of these things can, the health padding aspect can be a little bit crazy. That is actually nuts. Critical strike. Gotta get out of here a little bit. Yeah, this is at least a preferable encounter to what we just had, because it's a situation where that was 3 versus just the 1, which obviously that makes it much more difficult to control. We can backpedal my way to freedom like the good old MMO days. Or yeah, like people always would say, oh, headshot damage, but there is no headshot damage. Right, like it's not a real thing in this game. Maybe you're more likely to get a crit or something, you just imagine it. Or yeah, I love how, oh, even she's getting some kind of I would say it's like your last stand type of thing, but it's not the same because that would like full heal you almost. Look at this, dude. Yeah, I like having something to dump my money on too. Like, or even when they get in this phase, it's like, oh, they're meant to die or get in the kill animation. Or like it'll do the kill animation, but they won't die because they're so health patty that it almost breaks the game. But I have money to dump now on just arrows of any kind, just because otherwise I'll run out, or even soul gems, so I get in like a lazy entitled point of view that like, oh, now my character is so rich that they never have to worry about ever filling a soul gem on their own again, and we can just always buy ones that are already filled even though they're super overpriced. It's like we're living the good life and just never having to worry about that. Right, those are like the entitlements of somebody who's played the game for a long time, or again in universe, like a character who is just so successful. And what? I haven't even done anything.
Order of the yard. Stop right there.
What the hell? I'm literally the College of Winterhold fucking... I'm the College of Winterhold. I'm the Archmage of the College of Winterhold. How are you gonna arrest me in my own town, dude? Oh shit. Yeah, archers are always deadly though, with the one-shot capability that so many of them can do. At least with a squishy character like mine. I guess I'll just ignore him. I don't really want to... Oh wow. I should have like whirlwind sprint or something out here just because I'm getting wrecked by everything. Or sometimes you can use that and die to fall damage, actually. Damn it. He caught up pretty well. I'm almost out of stamina. Not really going to be much I can do about it. Can I stun like him too, maybe? Oh yeah, you better run away. But no, what was I saying? The fact that... Really? You can kind of stagger him, but I don't know if I trust it as much as... Yeah, you really need whirlwind sprint to deal with stuff like this. Okay, we can kite him all day, it's okay. I don't have like the clearest visual on him though, with this stupid ass grass in the way. Oh, I'm doing a pretty good amount though. This guy is less tanky than the actual orc, or oh, I have the type advantage. It's super effective because it's fire, which there is some mechanic like that, but... Or yeah, I was clowning games for like, you know, Fallout 3 in 2008 had limb damage, but GTA 5 even, and all these modern games don't. Man, why can't I just get like 1 second of a break? I can just unlock these people all day if I really want. Like, is this really the fun gameplay that you came for? Like, look at this, dude. Legendary god caliber player. But I mean, what do you want me to do? There's nothing else you can do. The stagger is so important because really, what else would I be doing when they have this ludicrous amount of health? But no, that's one thing I always said, that the game should have like some outlet for you to spend money on, even if it's like some cosmetic. And you might think that's stupid, but like, oh, horse armor for... But again, not for microtransaction sake, but for actual inherent... Bro thinks he's me with that little flittering armor color. Like the shadow, it's like he had the same effect. Oh my god, trying to beat him with my bow. But my point is, there should be some really expensive stuff to dump your money into, and the reason why is because you get so much money over time, and you're going to be playing the game for thousands of hours, and so it's only worth it that you would want to do that, that you just have like, oh, there's like a cosmetic that makes your character look different and changes their appearance in some cool way, like a spectral whatever noggin fogger elixir type thing, and that would be like 1,000,000 gold. And it's like, it's just there for fun, or again, even as an in-joke, like horse armor, stuff like that. It wouldn't be for microtransactions. It would just be an in-game thing that's like, you know, it gives you something to save for, basically, or a super expensive house, or super expensive horse, or expensive just little cosmetic different piece of gear that just look cool, or maybe even something that is good mechanically, just for very high amounts, so that you're able to take advantage of it in terms of a little BM there. Dark Brotherhood Assassin's Note. What did I ever do to the Dark Brotherhood? I've never even done the Dark Brotherhood quest. I've only done the College and the Companions. I didn't do the Dark Brotherhood or whatever other ones there are. I forget even. As instructed, eliminate by any. You are to eliminate A by any means necessary. Sacrament has been performed. Somebody wants this poor fool dead. We've received payment. Failure is not an option. We won't even distinguish which one they are. They're all just the same. Many people want this poor fool dead. Okay, let's go ahead and do the book quest like we do in tradition. But yeah, there should be something to like dump your money on, because you end up with so much gold that you don't even know what to do with it, even though I don't have too much gold. But that's just because I keep, again, blowing it on the entitlements of having infinite arrows and infinite soul gems. So I never have to worry about crafting or anything really. But yeah, that's a good thing that you should have something to dump your money into, even if it's just something cosmetic or just interesting. Something, some sort of mechanic that is hard to explain, like repairing your armor. Every time you get in a fight, it loses durability, and then you have to pay a little bit, and you know, just general stuff like that you have to manage over time that would cost you something. You have to pay like taxes for your house, or you know, it seems like you're going a little bit overboard there, but it's a good idea because you need to have some elements to manage, right? Sometimes less is more, because you get to started balance of power. What are you talking about? Defeat the seducer's bandit leader. What is this? I've never seen this before. This seems like very different than I don't know. This seems weird. Now, I am kind of screwed. And the reason why is because I don't actually do enough damage to these clowns to actually do anything. So how would an archer truly do this? Yeah, let's let him get in on the action. Is he actually going to? That's not cool, though. That's kind of a dirty move by me. Literally getting saved by... what's his name again? He always talks about himself in the third person. No, I could stun lock the bandit leader all day. That's okay with me. It is kind of cheese. Oh, shit. You come... This is where the numbers come in. Nobody can handle me one-on-one. I'm just way too strong. But if you give me a little... If you give them a little support, you do get screwed. Okay, I'm out of stamina as well. They always get scared when you go in the water, though. You can always kind of reset them like that. It could very well be an accurate statement. You got to line of sight them out a little bit. Let this guy, Maik, I think. Maik the liar. Okay, let me try this shit again here. These ones won't heal, at least, I don't think. God damn it. Oh, a little bit of fall damage there. Holy shit, bro. You can't walk 5 steps in this game without something epic happening, which is genuinely, if I could really hit both of them consistently, I could maybe control their position well enough, but I'm just not good enough to do that. Let's try to cheese it with the water. Bandits can't swim. Everybody knows that. Or at least they can't breathe underwater forever the way that I can. To cause them to reset. And that could actually be a good explanation. Like, oh, because I'm an Argonian, that's why I'm able to get away with that. You just totally cheese it like this. Like, you're literally just going to stand there. Oh, I thought it would have got you there, too. The bandit leader actually doesn't seem all that tanky, though, compared to... Oh, God, that guy actually kind of got me with hiding there. I wasn't expecting that at all. Yeah, just be lucky there's not an archer around. This is kind of a cheese way to do it that I almost don't want to, but... You know, this is where the health padding is just so irritating. It makes encounters epic, but it's also kind of stupid. That... You know, it's a little bit too much. I wish I was good enough to, like, hit back-to-back like this, so I'm stunning both of them all the time. Right, you just keep alternating, and doing that is actually kind of badass. Oh, I missed her but hit him. Holy shit, bro. All this close range combat with it too. Now she's getting caught in the water and she's gonna end up on the other side. She wasn't willing to swim earlier. Where did she even go? She's literally gonna drown. Oh, fuck. See, that's all it takes though. I love that. The high stakes epicness of it. I wasn't expecting that to actually happen, but okay, bro. Maybe I'll concede the book thing this time. Okay, dude. I want to do it, but I just can't. It's just such a good tradition. I give this bro his one book that he wants so badly. It would be a real betrayal. But then having to go there, and I just keep getting too distracted that I should just ignore everything along the way and just go. That's part of the fun too. Yeah, just don't get killed. That's harder than you think, bro. Even with that little last stand heal that we have. But see, in that case, it didn't even trigger because either I already used it or I just got one shot, so it didn't even matter. Let's just do whirlwind sprint here. Invoke the power, recover 10 times. Yeah, I feel like I never even used that. Okay, let's just do this, get there as quickly as possible. I'm not gonna do this shit all day, but it was very exciting trip that we had there. That's the point, right? This game teaches you more than anything that the journey is more important than the destination, not the least of which is true in gaming in general, because anybody could just use a hack and just beat the game or just whatever, like get to the end, right? That's not really what it's about, or that's not the best part. Maybe I should just use a better arrow because these are all kind of disappointing. Daedric arrow, dwarven arrow. What am I using right now? Steel arrow. As much as I'm saying like how you're rolling in money after you play the game for so long, I should have like 1,000,000 Daedric arrows then, or at least the best one that you can buy in a shop, because you always want to have it you know, your best possible damage output. I should almost just start ignoring encounters, but I don't really want to do that. I feel like I won't be able to do this because then I'll get to the dungeon, then I'll die there too. It's really hard actually, which again, there'd be ways to make it easier theoretically, but generally speaking, my character isn't so bad. It's just like I'm very, very squishy is my main problem, where I can just get one shot, as we just saw, by seemingly almost anything. It doesn't seem like my sneaking is working very well though. Again, that's part of just being in the overworld. At least I assume that's an enemy. Okay, this person isn't too tanky, or no, that's just because I got the... But see, you can just stun lock them too. Like, you don't even have to worry about it. Wait, what? I'm even saying you can stun them, but why does this person have such good poise? Everyone else is getting stunned all the time. Wait, what? You're actually immune, and I can't cancel my shot. What is happening? You're literally immune to the one mechanic that I was abusing and cheesing. It's not like you're super heavily armored that you would even think poise would be an issue there. Yeah, this close quarters bow combat is really satisfying. Okay, let's go down here. We can cheese them on the heights like that. They never just jump directly down. That is so weird how this isn't working now. Okay, that's good. Obviously the best kind of thing to use for a bow user, or even just to travel around. And you can just rely on your stamina too. You should be more versatile and have a bow of your own too. Okay, this is fine. We'll go ahead and we will use the whirlwind sprint again. Yeah, at least they don't hit as much as what we were seeing from the bandits. But even that wasn't the bandit chief that hit me. That was literally just one of his followers, which sometimes they are more powerful too. But this is a highly conspicuous way for an assassin to go about their business. and you're much tankier than. Oh, fuck! I'm talking shit too. she literally cut me off. That's all you have to do. Literally stand in front. Look at it. Look at it. Try to teabag. Literally cut off my field of vision to be able to do the whirlwind sprint, because you know, if they're standing in front of you, you kind of body block. So I'm sure they weren't thinking like that, but if they were, that's a god level AI. That's all you'd have to do, just step in front when you know my strategy is to keep doing that.
Archmage or not, there are more books to be recovered.
It doesn't really matter, but if I was going to do it, I should probably fast travel then. But I don't want to do that either. But no, that is insane. Like, you literally can't walk 5 steps without something happening. And then you can't have an encounter without either getting one shot or having to fight for like an hour because they're so tanky. And like, let me try something even. What is the strongest one that I don't feel bad for using? Like 24, 14. Let me just try it. I mean, they're so hard to get that I probably shouldn't waste them, but I don't even know how I got them. That's not the kind of thing you can buy in a shop, right? Typically, you'd be looting it from something, maybe the Daedra themselves. But I'll give it a shot just to see, like, will it make that big of a difference? And it probably should. Or some of them you can obviously just craft, but I don't typically do that. Like, why would a random bumfuck shop like this even have something like that? They'll have like dwarven arrows or something decent, but not quite as good as this. So the cultist encounter is the hardest one of these that we're seeing, though, because there's like 3 of them and it's just too much. Yeah, I think I give up on the book thing, though. I don't really... This wasn't meant to be a super long session anyway, because I was distracted by the whole chest setup that I was trying to do. So hopefully I'll play with that when I play on the chest, though. I'll have to figure out how to get my account working. And I'll still use it. So like, I'll move with my piece and then I just have to move their piece too. Instead of it moving like theirs automatically, it'll move mine automatically. Like, I can move mine on the board and then I can, without having to move online, and then I'll just have to match what they did. Whereas the real dream was that it would move theirs magnetically, which it has magnets, so I still don't get it. Why does it have magnets? If just to register the move maybe somehow, but I don't get it because it doesn't move on its own. Wait, that didn't even do anything. What the fuck? These are supposed to be Daedric arrows. And yeah, I've lost my ability to... I've lost my ability to actually stun lock them with this, which I don't get. I was doing that to everybody before. Or even this will do a certain amount of damage over time, but you can barely even see it's doing anything. I'll literally just kite them all day. I mean, it feels a little bit cheese, but it's okay. That your best? Hit him right through his shield. When they say that, it's like, I'll show you what a real orc can do, would almost imply that I'm an orc, but I'm not. So why would you even say that? You can try to get him to fall off the side. Like, I could just use unrelenting force. There's no rule that says I can't do that, but I try to avoid doing that generally. Literally just abuse this with the stamina. Oh shit, he would have got me there too. The problem is that I'm not staggering him anymore, and I don't know why. Or like anybody. It was working on the bandits and everything. I wish this armor thing did a little bit more damage to the aura. Look at how long every fight is. It's hilarious. And you might think, oh, maybe my character is just weak or something. But the reality is that my archery is 100 and my gear is all decked out in such a way that it's all archery gear that increases the damage of my bow and stuff. So, and these are Daedric arrows, which doesn't even make any sense. Like, I thought I'd be doing substantially more because of that. That's what's sort of overrated about sneak. It's like, oh, you're a sneak character and you're going to do extra damage going in, but it doesn't matter because when they have this much health, whatever sneak damage you did is kind of negligible anyway. I like how you can just walk slowly like this though, out of their way. I don't really care about this encounter. Let's see what's going on down here. If I even survive. Little horkers just chilling, or are they fighting each other? Even this will be too much for me to handle. Or you can pull them to try to help me fight the orc. That's sometimes one of the best techniques to use, is to just pit enemy against enemy. Imagine wasting Daedric arrows on a fucking horker. I can't even tell whether I'm hitting it or not. Let's see how long this would actually take to kill them. I mean, this fucking bullet sponginess is insane. Or this isn't actually too bad though, come to think of it. The fuck am I doing? What? You can clearly see the crosshairs on his dumb ass. I don't know what was going on there. And of course the fire damage ends up doing more than even my shitty arrows are doing. Or I mean, they're the best arrows, but still, I'm doing so little. Where is that second shot going? Maybe I'm just not holding it down long enough. Yeah, I love this. Like, even this encounter is taking so long. It's insane. So stupid. I don't know how much they would even do. I don't want to find out, and they're not very impressive as it is. Like, literally look at how easy this is to do. Even if I was doing less damage, they're not doing anything. 10 out of 10 AI, best game ever. Like, you sometimes have to make things more challenging for yourself. Although these are relatively passive enemies that don't really want to fight you anyway. I literally just burned through all my Daedric arrows anyway. Okay, I guess no book for him this year. I guess the only way I could do it is if I just fast traveled, which I really don't want to do. Maybe just in principle I will, or maybe I would try to rush there. I really want to do it. This feels right. But I just can't even get 5 steps again without something happening. Okay, let me try once more.
There are more.
It's so hard.
All right. I wrote down the last place.
Do something as simple as this becomes so epic. It's literally just a random, you know, radiant, repeatable, endless quest that you can do an infinite number of times without any context to it. Okay, last attempt. If I die, I'm just gonna give up. But no, I'm doing it obviously without fast traveling. And I don't know what's gonna even be in the dungeon, but that could roll me over too. Okay, let me change this. I was trying to be all sneaky with the other detect life one, but it's not really doing me any good, especially when I'm such a glutton to try to fight everything. It's one thing if I just try to run away or skip past it, but it just feels like you should be honorable and deal with the encounter in front of you. Now you can understand why, like, how have you played the game for over 1,000 hours without doing add-ons and mods and without even beating the game or anything? Because this is what you can do with a game like this, that even if you can do it more efficiently, obviously I should be, it's still like there's so much you can get out of it just by wandering around and basically doing almost nothing, or like accomplishing nothing basically. So yeah, maybe I'll play around with that thing a little more tomorrow and actually try to play some games online with it, which is unfortunate that it didn't work quite the way I intended, but that's okay. It works like halfway as I intended. Here we go again, bro. Now, why on earth am I not able to stagger anybody? Now I can, apparently. Now I can just cheese this as much as I want. So hard. What a tense encounter. Like, greatest, still a better action movie than fucking Fast and Furious Part 9, where he has a brother or whatever the fuck they get around to in these later ones. Right, like, oh, did you know this character that we've known for like 6 movies suddenly has a brother that we never knew about, and he's more dangerous than anybody else? Like, what the fuck? Who we've never mentioned ever before. Okay, bro. But no, you can abuse the shit out of the stagger. And so this is apparently what I must have been using last year too, because I didn't change anything with my loadout. I like to do that. This is the final BM hit. Ebony Sword. Dark Brotherhood note again. Yeah, like, I'll leave behind things that are worth a lot of gold because I don't even care. Like, I literally have millions of things saved up like that. You could make a whole room of gems in your house and stuff. I haven't been to one of my houses in a really long time in here, actually. I've just been always at the college. Yeah, this is the kind of game you could just play forever, and, you know, it's been over 10 years and people are still playing it, and it's like, on one hand you could say we can't wait for Elder Scrolls 6, but on the other hand you could say this is the kind of game that, like, you almost don't even need it, because you could still, like, if ever there was a game that justified waiting 10 years for the sequel, right, over 10 years, it would be this, because you almost aren't even that mad about it because of that. But it's still stupid from an industry's perspective. Like, the time from Oblivion to Skyrim was only 5 years, which is still a lot, but the time from GTA 4 to GTA 5 was also 5 years, 2008 to 2013. So why all of a sudden, why are we getting this music? I was like a saber cat. I honestly didn't even run away from that. I just didn't even notice anything was going on. Okay. Once again, same encounter, fun and interactive experience, but it's actually the right way to do it too. Like, there's nothing else I can do. Like, what do you want me to do? I can't do more damage. I can't sneak in the middle of a fight. And I can't really, I could backpedal a bit and hit, I could hit them a couple times and then whirlwind sprint away and then do it again like that. If I really had to, but yeah, we could do this all day. I just want to get this fucker his goddamn book. I was even going to make a channel art for Skyrim to do with the books, but basically the one I have now is almost like my channel art where he's like shushing me. Alduin is shushing my character here, or like a mage. Oh yeah, you want to help me with this or not? Bro. Are you serious? Why don't you fight each other? That's always the best bait. You get one overpowered NPC with health padding to fight another NPC with health padding, and then you're fine. I don't think there's any enemies actually in this fort, though. Or I could even steal this shit. There's no rule against that. Even as much as I may not fast travel. I can certainly... oh, he's going to die from the fall or something, though. Yeah, I like how my horse died. I'm doing my, in Red Dead, I'm doing my bounty hunter challenge, and it's like I go over the train tracks and it just dies. Not because it gets hit by a train or anything. Like, literally just, I don't even understand how that happened. Nobody was attacking it, nothing was going on. Just by simply riding on the train tracks very slowly, it just keeled over and died. But yeah, this is a bad way to sort of aggro stuff too, because you, I don't know what this is, balance of power. That seems like something new that they added, because I've never seen a quest appear just like that randomly. Especially, I've been through this location 100 times. Like, I guess maybe this is something I should do actually in these sessions, is use a horse. I never really think of that. I guess they just die so easily, or they run off and it kind of annoys me. Right, the AI on the horses is actually really stupid, because they do exactly what you wouldn't want a horse to do, which is to like get involved in combat and get themselves killed and try to fight and all this kind of stuff. Let's see if we can jump this without having to have it go in the water. which they totally can swim, but this is almost like meant to be this like Epona jumping the Gerudo Valley. Oh shit, even though it was very short and close to each other. That was kind of funny and creative way to avoid having to swim with it. Or yeah, you can totally fight on the horse too, which was added in some kind of DLC type update. But the problem is you can't turn your camera around all the way. Not enough games actually do that, like the mounted horse combat. Like Twilight Princess made such a big deal out of it back in the day, and it was actually pretty cool. Although there's not too many opportunities really to do it. Where is this fucker? I just wish you had a little more freedom over the camera. You could use melee too, obviously, but this is kind of fun though. Even as slow and inefficiently as I'm doing it. Or my horse is totally gonna die in the process, which I can't even really tell what's happening with that. Like if it's taking damage, how much health it has, anything like that. Look at the angle though, like I'm not aiming there at all. It's very punishing with your camera because you get to... Oh wait, that shit is still around though, but how? Hey, the camera just keeps getting stuck. I'd be better off doing damage to them just by getting close and just letting my armor's aura do it. Am I actually staggering it? I can't tell. Like it's reacting to the hit, but I don't know if it's actually... Look at that dodge. It almost doesn't feel like I'm on a horse just because I'm moving so slowly and everything, but I'm just not moving much at all. Yeah, like is there a PvP game where you can have mounted horse-to-horse combat? Probably people would still say Red Dead or something. Okay, that was cool, I guess. Yeah, here you could do it kind of whenever you want, but there's not much of a need really to do it. Oh, here we go, bro. You can't let me go 5 steps, can you? Like, really, bro? I could do this all day, but they're just wasting my time. But this actually will take forever because... Look at that angle, man. Maybe you could say it's sort of realistic because you get to... You know, you can't just turn your head all around like that, but... You could literally just do this. Like, I'm just using one finger and just literally stun lock him. Oh, there. Look at that. I actually had to change the angle of it a little bit. Of course, these guys do regenerate health pretty fast. Oh, look at that dodge. He's got one of those in him every 10 minutes. I mean, I'm sort of mocking it, but it's like, this is the only thing I can do with this style of play. Like, what else could I possibly do with that? You know, you can't really get a good sneak or stealth or archer playstyle because all that happens is wait, there's somebody else too. Who? Okay, we could do it again, bro. I could literally run circles around you while doing this too. Unbelievable, man. Ridiculous. It's not really challenging either. It's just like... I can't really tell either as far as the damage dynamic here. Whether my horse is under threat, whether I'm under threat. Or yeah, the horse will be tankier than me, which isn't saying much because I'm getting one shot by everything like all the time. Or you can't derp around too much with these either because you have to worry about their auto healing capability. Or I should use the thing that speeds up my attack, which I don't know if that works with a bow or not. It's like the weapons of fury or whatever. I forget actually. I feel like you could do that because I remember my bow going super fast sometimes. Or can you even use a shot while on a horse if it's something like that? Like I know whirlwind sprint, obviously. You probably can't. Or even like spells. Like I can use weapons, but maybe not spells. I don't think I've ever tried to do that. But yeah, what is that one shout that's like Elemental Fury? Arms at the speed of wind, allowing for faster weapon strikes. Let's see, how does that actually work? If I was trying to do it with the bow. Your weapon is already enchanted. So what if I use a bow again that's not enchanted? Would that really be worth it? And it probably wouldn't be, because you obviously get to you're doing so much damage just with the fire effect and everything like that alone that it totally wouldn't even be worth it. Yeah, I feel like I rarely have ever used horses in this game that much. Maybe earlier on I used to, but then I gave up on it because it's sort of... See, now this is sort of deceptive with the map. It's not really over here, I don't think. It's in this vague general direction, but okay. I don't even care, man. I'm not gonna do this all. It's just annoying after a while. There's nothing that says I have to fight every single thing ever. Oh no, it's a dead end though, so I don't have a choice. Or you could totally... Oh shit. You could totally do this where you won't die, but the horse will. And as much as I hate to do that, let's actually try not to let that happen. But if it happens, then let's see what we can do. Right, in the worst case, we did sort of take a shortcut to where we're trying to go. Pretty beautifully there. This is like a Falmer type area, I think. So all we would have to do, assuming this horse even sticks around, it would help us get back. All we would have to do is get the book and get back, and we make our little orc buddy happy. But who knows? Is he actually going to stay domesticated, or is he going to try to leave? Even if he did, he's getting stuck in that. Now here it can be very dangerous as well, because we're going to get one shot by something, possibly even a trap. This might not be a very big dungeon. But this is where you would use the other shout then, of course, detect life. Or what's it called? Throw voice. Or no. Marked for death. Wait, what the hell is that? Aura Whisper. Okay, yeah, that's the one. I love this one too. This in general, so you always know what to expect. Oh, this might be one of the easier, not to jinx it, one of the easier dungeons to do, where it's just like very short, and well, there might be a lot of trolls, but if I fight them one-on-one, it should be fine, because I can stun lock them like this. It's meant to be. We were meant to deliver this guy his book at all costs. Yeah, just get this shit over with. I'm gonna have to recharge this with the soul gem. And again, there should be some impression that it's not like you have to fight everything or kill everything. And the reason why is because yeah, those are just the ones I could recover back. But think about how many arrows we're wasting on all this. What was I saying? I wanted to do something else. I thought I saw something over here. Why does it make it seem like the book is just like right here? Like I wouldn't even have to fight everybody to get it. What was I just saying that I wanted to do something? What was that? Yeah, we can abuse the stealth a little bit, but I mean, how long is it going to take him to... I guess when he's stun locked, you don't even have to worry about it. Must have been the wind, but I guess just because he knows something's up doesn't mean he knows exactly where you are. You kind of can cheese it like that. Saves me time at least. But no, this one's sort of short and concise and to the point, which I like. Right, of all the dungeons that can take forever, or you can even end up making me have to take my trip all again, because again, the whole thing is permanent that we're doing the session that we have to there's some more over there, but I'm not really seeing what is even up here. Nothing. It's just deceptive the way that marker is out there. It's probably still gonna make me go through the whole thing. I'm kind of scared to fight more than one at a time, though, to be honest with you. Right, that would make it a headache. So I'm seeing another red dot, but by the time he arrives, this one should be dead, and he'll think it was just the wind that just killed his buddy over there. Which, at least when dealing with animals and stuff, you can maybe understand that a little bit. But, you know, he never even noticed anything was up, and then I can totally just do it the same thing to him. Or even if he does aggro, it doesn't matter because I can just unlock him. So this is a perfect setup for this kind of style of play that I would decide to when you're dealing with single targets. Expertly done. Sneak skill 100 indeed. I don't care about the sneaking so much here even, but you should almost be able to do it. Can't even turn around. I mean, he's just unlocked all the way, and it's not like it's a big deal even if he does detect me, but just in principle it feels like we should do it that way. But I love that when you get the kill animation and he doesn't even die just because they have such an obscene amount of health. So there's like one more, and the book should be coming up soon. It's so satisfying actually to see that through the walls, like just you know what's coming and you know how dangerous everything is. But I don't know, I love that mechanic so much. It's not one that I really use much because I never really played stealthily, but it just makes so much perfect sense. You can sort of plan your attack in a high stakes setting that, like, oh, you know, death is around every corner and I literally could get one shot, so I have to think everything through and really plan it out. That was about as smooth of a dungeon as you could have hoped for, though, honestly. In before a trap kills me, just as I'm saying that. Last King of the Eyelads. Yeah, we're gonna read it too. ASMR. Read every book in Skyrim. Which I'm sure people have done stuff like that. So please let the horse still be out there so I can actually get back smoothly. It would make it a lot harder for me to get killed because... you know, is an incentive to just run away. He abandoned me, but you would think realistically, how far could he possibly go? Right, if it's not scripted for him to just genuinely disappear. Damn it, now I'm gonna die on the way back though, aren't I? Or these are probably people that I killed much earlier. Which is weird that, how, you know, literally last Christmas, I probably killed those guys. Or maybe the last to last, because in-game time, it hasn't been that long. But, in fact, it probably hasn't been long at all, because since I keep dying over and over, I didn't actually probably do anything since then. I'm going totally the opposite way, too. That was a really sick shortcut, though, how I went through the hills and everything. But I guess the horse didn't appreciate it, but he didn't even die. Yeah, I could sneak all the way back, like if I really wanted to, but I have whirlwind sprints. So it's not like I have to fight everything. I just always feel like doing it. We literally just have to get back to the college in one piece, and that's much easier said than done. Okay, we don't have to fight a giant or any shit like that. Somebody's detecting me, but I don't know who. A bear? How is he even seeing me down there? I didn't even see him. The fuck is going on? As long as I don't get one shot, I should be okay. I love how this black aura stays on you all the time, too. We're like a sewer-dwelling Argonian who gets all this muck on us because of that. Those Spriggans look pretty badass too, like the Spriggan matriarchs, which you don't really see at all in the beginning of the game. You keep getting these different levels of stuff that you never saw before. Right, it took a very long time before I had ever seen one. So we should just be able to sneak through. I think I would do this sometimes where I would just always be in stealth. Because even though you still get detected easier in the overworld, it just removes any trouble that you'd have. Like, I'm not even going to take a chance right now. You shouldn't go so close to a building then, though. I wasn't planning on actually doing the book quest, but I just felt like I had to. We at least started a new character in terms of a true permadeath experience. Like, you know, if I die, I have to restart the game, restart the character. So I didn't really do anything besides the tutorial. But I had to do it like 3 times because I'm a clown and I died. But whatever, we could continue that maybe next Christmas. I'll break the rule at some point where I'm allowed to play it on other times, but I don't even mind doing this because, like, if I get there in one piece, but nothing's really threatening me right now. But that could be famous last words. Let me at least do Aura Whisper to see. Wait, how is my Steak only 68 though? Because I do this so often. But yeah, I hate how these critters always deceive you. Like, it makes you think there's something out there, but there's not. Or yeah, let's use what we used as a principle in Ark, where we said never sprint until you're in danger, because then you'll be out of stamina once you have to get away from it. Like, I'm not in danger now, so there's no reason to sprint or use my abilities or anything. Okay, that's a little bit problematic. Can I sneak around this, or should I just... Definitely don't want to fight anybody right now. Damn, he's like on alert though. He's totally gonna see me. Like, it's too hard to hide in the overworld. Very punishing for this sort of style of play. That's one thing they should actually improve for the next game. You might think, oh, that's cheese, but if you're going to commit to a play style of sneaking, maybe that's part of the reason why, though. Oh, my sneak skill's just not high enough. But when you're in a dungeon or something, it works very well. But when you're not, it's pretty unfair. Let me actually stick with Aura Whisper for now. So you see some stuff over there, and I'm gonna get attacked by the townspeople too. I'm afraid of mud crabs. Imagine that. I don't know if this will count as like the same as Winterhold or something, that the guards will come after me. Or just let there be a horse, so I'll totally steal it and get back there. Like, the College of Winterhold exists in a different jurisdiction than the town of Winterhold or whatever, so then I don't really have to care about it too much. Be respectful in a town with that.
Always something going wrong. Mill needs more lumber, or the saw needs sharpening.
I don't know if that's really something wrong. A saw needing sharpening. That just sounds like a normal, everyday, mundane thing. I see it makes it look like this, and again, I don't even want to use the map, but I don't think you can really go through like that. I think if you just go around outside of here, that should work. Or yeah, I could totally buy a horse or steal a horse. I don't think I have enough gold for a horse. Yeah, maybe I should start doing that though, even as tedious and long as these sessions are, or like these trips are that I say I can't fast travel. There's no reason why I shouldn't be able to use a horse. And even if I do want to fight every encounter out, I should whoops, I was trying to whirlwind sprint. Whatever, I should be able to use a horse if I want, which I never said I can't use one, I just typically don't. Even here, I'm going to be a wanted man, though. I'll just steal a fucking horse. I don't care. I don't really go anywhere now besides Winterhold anyway. Bro is going to get his book if it's the last fucking thing I do. Or arguably, I should be able to use a carriage as a mechanic because I I'd be willing to buy one, but I feel like it's going to be too expensive. Or they'll just try to fight my dumb ass. What are you so afraid of?
I see why the Nords like Skyrim. This crisp air is wonderful for the lung. It's for sale if you've got the coin.
Do I though?
If you had it, you'd be riding and we wouldn't be talking.
Damn it. Do I have to go to a shop and do it? But no, this should arguably be a mechanic I can use too, because it's like an in-universe RP friendly thing. But let me try to buy a horse. That chick has the right idea though. She knows what a degenerate murderer I am. Now it's going to be that I'm wanted in Windhelm and then I'm going to get killed. You would think they wouldn't interact with me then either. Maybe she's the only one who knows what's up with me, that I'm a degenerate murdering clown, even though only selectively. There's no guards even here, so I wouldn't even know. But no, I think that's something I would typically allow, that I should be able to use the carriage, because so many rule sets. Why is there nobody even here? This is kind of scary. Or yeah, even like you got to sell stuff to the right. Or no, I was doing that in some other game. That's how this game works anyway, typically. Like you can only sell stuff to people who would make sense to sell it to. Right. What was that? It was some other RPG where it's not like that, but I tried to make it like that. Or like I could be making people hostile for
She plays the flirt, but it's just to get good tips. Take a look.
and nobody's giving you any fucking tips, I can guarantee you that. Damn it.
Enjoy your stay, and don't break nothing.
Where is the... We just need any sort of shop that I can sell other things to.
Refugees will take over this city if we aren't careful.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of racism in this town. Go to like the blacksmith or somebody, he'll buy like my gems or something. Or it's kind of too late in the day to even sell anything.
I'd travel more, but who wants to deal with all this?
Where are my potions? Like I have so many things.
Handle her halls got warm fires and strong ale.
So close to the answer.
I don't even care about what you're arguing about. Can I just sell something?
My master can be a bit short-tempered, but I've learned so much from him.
I don't know that I've even ever been in this building. There's so many things in this game I haven't done, despite having played it so much. There'll be some hidden secret to find in there, probably. Okay, so you're not actually... I guess the shops just aren't going to be open at this time, so I'm screwed. Damn it.
Make it
All I wanted was a horse. You know what? Maybe I'll just say that. That I can use the carriage because, you know, logically that's a very RP friendly thing at least, right? Like, why shouldn't I be able to do that? Because I can't fast travel to a town to be able to use it. So I'd have to find a carriage, so I'd have to get to a town, then I'd have to use it only to go from town to town. So I can't do it like, you know, I can't abuse it because you can't go to any dungeon you want whenever you want. I think that's fair, actually. Either that or I can steal a fucking horse.
I can take you to any of the hold capitals. Where do you want to go?
And we'll immediately get attacked by a fucking
Climb and back.
guard.
We'll be off.
Because we're apparently wanted there too. Yeah, I think this is actually legitimate to do.
Ask for better weather.
Right, so that's the only sort of fast traveling I'm allowed to do, which even then you have to kind of seek it out because you would have to still go all the way to another town or something. So that was a fair expedition, so even though that feels a little bit like cheating. Yeah, let's get him his fucking book, dude, so he can rest in peace for another year. I don't know when or if I'll end this rule, though. I kind of like it as a... You know, there's just so many other games I gotta play. Meanwhile, all I do every day is just play chess. Wait, what are you doing? What? What? Wait, what just happened? Wait, since when do the people at the college attack their own archmage for no reason? What the fuck was that? Bro. Are you serious? I don't know what even happened. Like, I'm worried that the guards might attack me, but the people at the college never attack me.
There are more books to be recovered.
Bro, are you fucking serious right now? I was literally celebrating, nothing can stop me now. So maybe I can abuse the carriage here. Like, I'll take the carriage to wherever is closest and then take it back. Because I am not in the mood for this. Or again, I'll take a horse. Where did I even get the horse? I stole it from somewhere. Bro, what the fuck just happened? Why did that get... First of all, how did he one-shot me? And second of all, why did he even attack me at all? I didn't do anything to anybody. What an amazing, like, cuck final moment, dude. That's my bad karma for using the carriage, which I'm going to totally try to use now, but I don't feel like there is one here, or it must be in a weird spot, because I never see it. Even that, or there's no stables even, where you could buy a horse, which I can't afford anyway. Because, yeah, if you were trying to do it... God damn it. What would be like the closest town to it that you would go to? I guess Windhelm wasn't too bad. Oh, that is unbelievable, bro. Wow, Arnie O'Gain just had a fucking brain aneurysm and killed me. For no reason. Literally nothing. Oh, look at that. Physics. Holy shit, it's still going. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore everything on the way and just do it. Unbelievable, man. What are these? The dragon cultists? I don't even give a shit. You'll never catch me. So dumb, bro. Like that plus my ample stamina, there's no way they can do anything. That's so lame, bro. I had it. I literally had it. Oh my god. You might say, oh, that's why, but I don't see what that has to do with Arnie O'Gain's clown face. And I'm impressed that he was able to one-shot me, but I guess everything just fucking one-shots me. Looks like the guard even just gave up. It's so deceptive if you try to use just this map thing at the top, because obviously, you know, you're not trying to do it like that. What the fuck? No, this one will actually catch up because the saber cats tend to be a little bit scary, so I may have to actually deal with this. And with the stunning capability, I might... Okay. I mean, there's nothing you can do because I use my stamina, I use my shout. Man, I was trying to be a good archmage for you, but you people just don't appreciate it. I literally come back and he just domes me. Like, what was that about, dude?
Mayor, there are more books to be recovered.
You probably have 20 copies of the same book in here anyway. Or I don't know how you open some of his little bookcases. I feel like you can't, even being the archmage. Okay, can I do this or not? Like, I don't even care. I'd gotten it in principle, so now it feels like I just should do it, but... So annoying. Where is the goddamn carriage in this town? I know there's been one before, but maybe it's only sometimes here. Or maybe it only appears when you take one to here from somewhere else. But no, that didn't even happen when I just did it. I know I've seen it before. It's like right around here somewhere. We got destroyed by a saber cat, which is not too surprising because we obviously they can catch up and move pretty fast and stuff. Let me see like what kind of path we're taking. You go straight down. All these mountains that really obscure your path, right? You can't just go straight down there. Well, this went on a little longer than I was expecting, but I'm a man of my word. If I say I'm going to get the book, I'm going to get it, and I'm just disappointed that I just got it, and this is what I get. Oh, that's going to hurt my ability to get away. Maybe I will take you out. Battle mage with the shield over there. Should be a little squishy like me because you're a mage, but I guess you're just not. What the hell is going on? First of all, you're kind of very dodgy. And I'm absorbing most. Okay, I'm out of here, bro. You're avoiding a lot of my shit, or she's gonna keep healing anyway. You should probably preserve your stamina as much as you can. Or you should even preserve your shout too. But like I had the shout for the saber cat and he still got me. Or this guy always comes after me, but then they kind of just disappear. You don't even have to worry about it. Of course, he would one-shot me though with a power attack still, or get me caught in some animation, which those can be kind of BS sometimes. Like you're gonna get hit, but then you just die. Which is amazing how often that happens. I mean, I should just have more base health, or I should have something. Oh, not again. Okay, if I can go until I get the whirlwind sprint up, that should be good at least. Please, please. Sometimes they'll lay off a little bit, but I don't know. I'll just pretend like he's not there. How about that? Fucking god damn it. At least if I could take the carriage to Windhelm from here, I'd be fine with that. Right, but I'm still not gonna allow that I can fast travel. You know what? Maybe I don't care. Like, I had gotten it, man. This stupid ass clown had to ruin everything, and I don't know why even. I don't know why he had to do that. I don't feel like that's ever happened before. Maybe he was trying to attack something else. Maybe a dragon came from behind and he was trying to help me. Because it was like, I saw like some lightning, but I still don't even know what happened. Still a greater unsolved mystery than the drones of 2024, or Project Blue Beam, or whatever you want to call it. Just the way it was so unbelievably conspicuous, you know, like super obvious. If somebody's trying to be sneaky about it, why would they do that? I like how the shout almost sounds delayed. You hear it like after you're already there. Right, like the effect of the shout happens before the shout is even heard. Okay, bro, I'm getting a little pissed, but let's just get this over with. At least we know the dungeon itself isn't that bad, unless there's going to be different enemies in there now. But see how exciting this is. If you're not a complete total clown like me, or I would even fight everything along the way too. But somehow I just don't feel like doing it now. When you've done it so many times, or it just ends up getting me killed over and over. At least that saber cat I should definitely try to fight. Yeah, I should just wait until I need to use my stuff to get away. But most things aren't going to be able to keep up with me. Somehow the saber cat is just jacked out, where he's able to chase me down even after I whirlwind sprint and everything. We just wait till this clown aggroes and then I'll go away. I never say that there's a rule that I can't skip stuff, but I generally like to fight it out. It's just annoying when you've done it so many times. He doesn't even have the decency to have like a little dialogue. Give me your money or pay with your life, but I guess he's trying to kill me anyway. Like, he's not just a random thief. He's actually meant to kill me from the Dark Brotherhood. Yeah, why don't you go after the assassin trying to kill me, hired by a you know, clandestine organization? Let me guess, there's gonna be a saber cat. Why do I keep not seeing where he's coming from? Is the guard gonna help me with this, or is he just gonna dome me from behind? Here we go, bro. Why don't you two fucking fight each other? Yeah, I get what I want. But no, I just want to make sure we get rid of your clown ass for everything you put me through. It's not even that tanky or anything either. I don't even want to kill the guard either. But no, you cleverly turning enemies against one another can be a big plus mechanic, especially on a difficulty like this where, you know, you get like a dragon to fight a troll or something just to make it easier with the health padding aspect. And it might seem like that's cheese, but that's actually kind of fair because of how health patty everything is. It's almost unfair otherwise. I can totally use the Riften plan again if I go back to Riften after, but the problem is that this takes forever to get there. I mean, I guess it's still relatively lucky that it's not that far. It could be in like Markarth or some shit, you know. There's no limit to where this guy's gonna send me for bugs. This place is pretty empty when it comes to enemies. There's a couple bandits down there, and then, you know, one thing was funny when I first started playing this game. Oh yeah, this is where we got the horse. Okay, this will make my life easier. See, we can still make the path quicker, but we have to do it in an organic way. We happen to find a horse, so we happen to steal it, and we happen to do that, the little carriage, but we can't just do it on a whim, like, oh, I want to just fast travel just because I feel like it. No, I have to do it more organically within the game, and it has to make sense. But no, when I first started playing, I was disappointed because, like, you start in Helgen, right? So you start in Helgen, and I was measuring that, like, I was looking at the map and saying, oh, I got from Helgen to Riverwood in like just a couple minutes. That wasn't far at all. So it makes the map look like it's small, which it kind of is small, to be fair, relative to other great RPGs like WoW or something, right? It's smaller than classic WoW, or it's smaller than a lot of other games. The difference, though, is that it's so content dense. Like, when you look at those, even as I was making that point, it's so content dense that there's so much to do everywhere. So it's not just always about the size of the area. It's about the, you know, how much content is in there. Like GTA 5 is a good example. Never mind the online. It's a big map, but there's nothing to do in it. Like, I hate to say it, but yes, you can just fight with cops and you can do a couple side missions, but there's nothing really to discover. Like, even Red Dead has the same problem. It's a nice big map, but there's nothing there. You go and you just kind of, you might find like a little money or something, but there's no real depth to it. I like this as like a little Epona Garuda Valley RP kind of thing. Yeah, like you don't want to swim, but you can do this, and oh shit, it's a lot harder to do that than you would think. And even here we were kind of clever about it because I went down the cliff coming up, and we fought that. I'm not going to bother with it now. And yeah, that was kind of unfair of the horse to leave me behind too, because it doesn't even look like really the horse moves you all that fast. If you compare it to me sprinting to my stamina's maximum every time, but I guess it can sprint too, so that's not really fair to say. But if I sprint to my thing's maximum every time, and if I think it was around here. Did I go up there, or did I try to go down from here? I can't remember. Why would I have gone up that far? I mean, I don't have to go exactly the same way, but we are very close. Man, the horse makes it so much more painless, actually. Never mind the fact that I'm just basically skipping everything, too. I was being all fancy trying to go down that cliff the last time, but maybe this is all it takes. Like, we're already there, or maybe I'm wrong. I don't even understand what happened. Like, if somebody could... we need an ace detective to figure that shit out. I'll look back. Why did he kill me? How did he kill me? It should be very close. Hopefully the enemies are the same. Now it's going to be something else like a hag raven and I'm going to get killed. Because like those trolls were pretty easy picking. Oh my god. What a run though. If I had done better in the actual new character, I might have played that more, and then I wouldn't have gotten the book, but since I didn't, you know, it feels almost appropriate. I really wish I could save the horse too, or I can see why it wouldn't be too happy with me making it go through the water like that. But no, last time I did it, it was gone. Get out of the way. The fuck? Alright, let's go ahead and use Aura Whisper regardless of what we're up against. It just makes it such a memorable experience. Like, I'm literally just doing a random quest, but yet it's still so epic. It's gotta be the same thing, surely. Okay, we gotta be careful though. We got two, or no, it just looks like that because he's in the other room. We'll just do it expertly the way we just did. Or I wasn't even using the sneaking well enough last time. Like the sneak damage, I was kind of just letting them fight me, but we can go through here 100% perfect without ever aggroing a single one, right? We don't even give them a chance to look around and we just destroy them. I don't even care about picking up my arrows. Let's just go. Fully stealthy run, which against stuff like this, again, it makes a little more sense than like against humanoids where, oh, it must have been the wind, whereas here they're sort of animalistic in a way that, not saying they're completely dumb, but they might not understand what's going on as well or whatever. You just stun lock his dumbass. Surprisingly, he can't see me there. Even if they do see you, it's not the end of the world, but just in principle, I'm trying to do it like this. And again, what good is your regenerating health going to do you now? It's really not even that tanky at all. Like, trolls are meant to be tanky, whereas so many things that aren't even that impressive. Yeah, we got a couple more. Sometimes they do pad around where you might catch two at once in a way that you don't really want to, but I like the fact that they can't even move, basically. Like, he's just stuck in the same spot, stun locked. It's such a cheese mechanic, but, you know, it doesn't work on only really big stuff like a dragon, maybe. Even some humanoids it won't work on at times, which I don't really get why. Even like one that we were just dealing with. I feel like there's another one around here, but I don't see it. Or in fact, I'm shooting just its outline, so if the outline goes away now, I'm gonna miss it. Right, like I can't see where he is now. But I guess he's generally stunned in the same place, so maybe it doesn't matter. Or you can go by the fire a little bit. Really, I swear I couldn't see him the whole time I was doing that after my Aura Whisper ran out. Yeah, the stun lock is total cheese. There should be some diminishing returns or something on it, but on one hand it's sort of a necessary mechanic because otherwise it's sort of unfair that you will I be able to do this stealthily when I'm like right in his face here? Come on, we had the 100% stealth run. It's kind of hard to see me when you're literally stunned. This makes my character actually seem good, but I mean, these relatively trolls are actually kind of weak. Now, if I just go back to Riften, I take the thing back, and then Arnie O'Gain is gonna kill me again. Haha, like, I don't know what the fuck he was doing. Oh, whoops, I didn't even mean to take that. So yeah, I don't mind using the carriages like that. I think that's fair. Bro is acting like this is the biggest deal of your life too, but I mean, This is what happens, bro. You got to embrace the epicness of it. And yeah, that survival mode seems like it would be really fun, but I don't really want to do it on this character as much as like just a new character from scratch. But I guess I could always do both too. Now, can I figure out where... I guess it would be in the direction of the arrow anyway. Like, can I figure out where Riften is without looking at the map? So, I don't know exactly which way I went last time. It's not that I couldn't make it back without doing that, but... main thing you gotta watch out for is stuff like a saber cat or a mountain lion, because they will catch up to you in terms of... even if you sprint, even if you do everything else right, they will still catch up to you. I'm sort of afraid to sprint or even whirlwind sprint unless something's chasing me though now, because, you know, you gotta wait till your danger is upon you and then do it. But no, this is pretty much Riften already, isn't it? Because when you get to the mill, I think that's how I sort of found it last time. You get to the mill and then it's within range of that, I think. But then why would I even go to the mill if it's in the other way? Maybe this is something different. This is like a real hotbed area for dragons. I think the hot spring and stuff. I don't really get it. Didn't I make fun of that chick and I said, what was that sound? Whatever. I think you're getting close to rifts in here. Right, where the clear separation of biomes is actually a real problem in this game. That I find a little... oh, there's gonna be Spriggans and shit. Oh, are we getting a dragon or what is all this noise? Is being overly cautious for now. If he does it again, dude, like we gotta sneak into my own fucking base over here. Well, I don't want to die to fall damage here, but yeah, there should be like a slow fall type of shout that just makes you float down, so you don't have to worry about fall damage. Or even there should be a spell like that, which I think there is. Or there's that funny moment in Morrowind, that quest where the one guy falls down and dies, and he was trying to use that spell, but it obviously didn't work. What is this?
Try not to set anything on fire, all right?
Wait, why does this look more like Solitude than Riften, though? Oh, no, just that part of it with up the hill, but that's not even it. Okay, all we have to do... whoops. Wait, how did we get Unrelenting Force? I must have misclicked. I never use that. And it always feels cheese to just knock somebody off a cliff. Like, that makes it too easy. Okay, we take the chariot back and we're done, dude. But guess what's gonna happen, bro? I don't understand. I really... oh, shit, that might be a little questionable. I'm always paranoid about fall damage ever since playing Far Cry 3, because you would go from, like, jumping from here to there, and you would take no damage, to jumping from there to there, and, like, you know, 1 inch extra, and you go from taking no damage to just dying. It was the weirdest mechanic ever. Or just in general, that it wouldn't take very much to kill you.
I can take you to any of the... where do you want to go? Climb and back and we'll be off.
I don't want to go to Winterhold. I want to go to the College of Winterhold. I want to go inside. Drive your carriage fucking in the door. Otherwise, I'm fucking dead. To some backstabbing clown who wants to book for himself. Like, bro, what even happened? Like, well, what can I do to protect against that? I guess my guard was down, but, like, maybe I'll whirlwind sprint from the outside to the door. Like, bro, you really just ruined my whole thing. Like, I'm going in, like, hooray, we did it. I felt bad for using the carriage, but it's technically immersive, RP friendly. Like, what was it, bro? No. 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 What is he doing? I'm afraid of my own dude. Like, what the fuck? It would show detected though still, even whether he's friendly or not. He's literally coming out to get me, dude. We got like a little biplot going on. What is happening with these people? Everybody's out together. He wouldn't murder me in cold blood in front of the rest of them. I don't understand, but I'm genuinely scared. So he's trying to usurp my archmageship. Bro, it's gonna give me a heart attack. Just let me give this fucker his book and be done with it, please. I really could never explain what happened there for the rest of my life. I feel like maybe something similar to that has happened before, but you would think like, oh, he's trying to attack something else, but I really don't know.
Archmage or not, my looks like you're still in one piece, and more importantly, so is the.
Yeah, now let's fire that fucking Arnie O'Gain clown and excommunicate him from the college. Holy shit. And now, as usual, we just rest in our quarters up here, and everything is good. I love how this is such a tradition for me, though. I felt bad leaving him without a book. So we did it completely legitimately, right? Even if you want to question the carriage use, I think I've laid out before how that's fair. So that's cool. I always like this shot of just looking at your tree and the little wisps and stuff. All right. Yeah, we started that new file where I'm able to potentially do a permadeath run in terms of this. And yeah, you can even see that like 12, 25, 23, 12, 25, 24. So isn't that uncanny that this is literally the only time I play it? Okay, see you tomorrow.